vehicles.
New items, baby.
Just today, there's a new weapon.
That's right.
It's up for grabs. Yeah.
But
so
there you go. The Infinity Blade introduced in today's content patch. It's in.
Yes, and we were watching some of the warm-up games.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the Infinity Blade in action. I'd be shocked if that was not the case. Okay, well, let's take a look. We want to let you guys know, as a matter of fact, about what's going on in social medias. And very easy for you. You just use that hashtag winner Royale. Tell us what you think about today's matches. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Do you think I'm crazy?
No. Who do you think is going to grab the Infinity Blade first? That's what I really want to know.
Okay, so that is your challenge.
Guts?
Who is going to grab the Infinity Blade first? Use that hashtag winner Royale. Let us know. But now it is time to jump into our first matchup of the day. Here we go. And I'm beyond excited. I'm so pumped for this one,
This is it. Like everything, all this moment, all this anticipation, all this hype. The content is here. The map is here. Are the gamers ready to bring it?
Yeah, there's so many changes that have come to play here.
Look at Greasy Grove.
Greasy Grove is gone.
Gone. Ice Zone.
I like Greasy, so that's okay with me. Every time I landed Blacktops, I just got eliminated every time. It just wasn't fun. It wasn't fair. So bye, Greasy. I will not miss you.
Absolutely loving the map changes here, though. This is going to be our first taste of competitive game on Season 7, the new map. So this is a first for everyone. And look at it right there. The Infinity Blade itself at Polar Peak.
Well, okay, so we were just to reference real fast, right? It is a long process before you can actually take out that blade.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I think it's like, I heard somewhere around like 10 seconds or something like that for you to take out the blade. So you're exposing yourself, and everyone knows that it's there.
Everyone knows it's there. It's up for grabs. It's never going to change location as far as, right now stands. And, I mean, there's perks to getting it. It will cap you up and virtually double up your health pool, taking you up to 200 shield and 200 health, not to mention the perks you get from actually using it in game. You can quick farm. Anything you smack with the Infinity Blade is going to instantly farm it and net pull it into your total resource.
All right, well, the match is underway. The battle bus has left the station, and the players are dropping, and everyone already gravitating toward that southwestern part of the map.
There are so many people playing the eastern side. We also talked about it. You want that camera time? Make it to the Infinity Blade. Make it there. Pick it up. Be the guy to make history to pick this thing up first.
Oh man, it's going to be ridiculous when it comes out.
Oh my gosh. I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see.
Look how many bodies just went, because that bus was like more on that northeastern to northwestern front, right on the top of the map, and so many players just jumped and then went over to the snow portion of the map.
And look, Nice is going for it.
So he tweeted at me.
Wait.
He tweeted at me and told me he was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't think that players would go for it. I didn't think players were going to go for it early on.
Uncontested? There is a player up there, but look, remember, everything he hits now is going straight into his resource pool. Instantly farms it to pretty much cap and puts it in. Look at his resource.
And what is it? A 40% harvesting rate as well.
Exactly. He's now max stone. How quick was that? This is an advantage to kick things off. And I mean, it's available for everyone. So
in early game 2, it's great because you're not really looking to get any particular items. And Fulmer actually just picked up an elimination there. Wow.
Off the bat, one of the earliest elims. You hate to see it to get in a competitive game and have your chances taken away just like that from someone like Fulmer. Diggy's in a problem now.
Diggy got a player above him here. Sees him moving around, but he wants to figure out what his movement is going to be, and he's going to get tagged up quite a bit. He's going to be in that low ground, loses a chunk of HP from that one. Needs to be very careful.
You don't want to play that low ground, especially at left camera peek. You saw Diggy kind of aim into his left. He realized he was in a bad situation, and he's even a worse one now. He can't even build out of here.
Well, Yink, I don't know what his kit is. Okay, so he has no shields. Yink has no shields right now. It's kind of evened out here between the two of them.
Definitely. Heavy AR, he does land a headshot there, putting Yink here in a bad situation. But yeah, high ground is dominant. This is it.
Yeah, it was just all came into the high ground there. Despite the life lead kind of being, relatively the same, right? He was able to pop that big pot, give himself 50% or 50 shields.
Right.
Just really wasn't playing out in his favor. But the King of Tilted.
Here we have Ghost Aiden coming in, and Aiden's playstyle is aggressive, and he is not changing it today. It's already on the push here. That was a lot of damage done.
I could respect that. He just went right for it, knew exactly where that player was.
You have to, and he's kind of contemplating whether or not he wants to push really hard. Remember, because you can place a trap down at any moment here, but he's got this player on the run. He knows this is his battle to win.
Good build up now. He's just looking for it.
Looking for the edit.
Yeah.
Oh,
real briefly.
no.
Dummy ends up getting it.
That's so unfortunate. It denies him the elim because he slipped off the build.
Yeah, that is a rough one. That is definitely a rough one. But let's take a look at some of the other plays happen. So Nice.
No way. Is he going to find him?
With the infinity blade.
Oh, oh my gosh. Destroyed him.
Oh, boy.
What? You got to be feeling good after that one.
All right, Nice. I take everything back that I said online.
Oh my gosh.
You are right.
Okay, so another thing I want to touch on for those of you guys tuning in, this format is a little bit different. Similar to last week's Scavenger Cup mode, where players get, paid out in health on the elim. You also get resources this time around, and Storm Surge is available, but looks like we got another battle here. The aggression is real.
Boys took a lot of damage there. He's going to have to back away, pop those minis for the time being, and doesn't really have much of an angle. He's going up. That is going to be that long range AR.
I like what he's doing here. He's gonna give up the rift. He's gonna back up here and play to his loadout's benefit, which is long range. And no, gets tagged really hard.
He got beamed big time. You may need to use that rift to just get out of here. Yeah.
That's it. He's going to try and get out. If he gets tagged one time all in the air, it's over. It's 2 HP.
Yeah, he has nothing. You can basically sneeze on him at this point. And they're playing around the block, the new area that just dropped just the other day. There's nothing there right now. That is a community area that will be updated frequently, I'm sure. But right now, there's not really much to fight around there, so he's going to have to get out. But over, once again, to goes Aiden back at Tilted Towers.
Is that a Stormwing just coming in, and the Stormwing wraps that one up?
The Stormwing
takes it.
There's been a lot of stealing here. Aiden has not had a very good run.
Aiden's worked 2 elims, just slipped out of his grasp.
That's rough, man.
That would have been a whole point right there. So now he's just sitting at 1 elimination.
That is rough. Very rough
man,
for him.
If you're Aiden right now, you got to be feeling some kind of way here, dude. Look at that. He puts all this pressure in on the player, and the Stormwing just comes in right from the top, raining fire down, crashes right through him.
Oh, word. That is just ridiculous. Nav with the Stormwing, raining down, shooting shots onto this build fight that's going on here. And
we're looking at a new era of Fortnite.
It really is
dominated by people that want to take advantage of pretty much the damage items, right? Like this Stormwing that you're able to rain down crazy fire. And the Infinity Blade.
There are options now, right?
There's so many options.
And I know that for a lot of the... it's just not a care in the world for Nav. I know that for a lot of players, they really value their build battles and what they're able to bring to the table. Here's another replay here. As a matter of fact, a nice pick-off onto T-Rose. And that
Aiden with a clean headshot right there. They brought back 1 pump, and you love to see that right there. Nice connection.
Oh, yeah. But basically what I was getting at, though, Monster, was that you're at a new generation of Fortnite where there are options. It's not necessarily about just being the greatest builder in the world, the greatest like Symphony or tfue, who are just amazing editors, right? It's not just about that. It's about utilizing other parts of the game as well.
Yeah.
And if for a competition like this, you have to take that time to kind of look at the different options that are being presented to you and play it to your advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Recognizing your play style and then like really going for it is really where it's at. And yeah, it looks like we have our first taste of 2 Stormwings kind of going at it one-on-one, but someone's going to bail out. And Freaka looking like the better flyer here, better pilot. Go ahead and take advantage. He's behind him, but looks like a little bit of a disengage. You don't want to take damage on your Stormwing too early.
Yeah, we haven't even got done to the first circle yet, right? Like
we're already at 69 players. I don't think I've ever seen more players eliminated faster in a competitive setting.
There's just so much going on here. Back over to Aiden. Still lingering by Tilted.
His first point.
This is going to be big for him if he's going to be able to do so here.
I mean, to be honest, he's getting threatened by another player, but he doesn't care.
Well done.
Pushes straight through.
That was Bizzle too, fellow Ghost brethren. That's a rough one, but hey, it's every player for themselves here. Now there's going to be another individual by Aiden.
Aiden doesn't care. And this is the player that was throwing those nades, and there it is.
Nice
Finds
shot.
him. Clean shot. Aiden now just another elim shy of a point.
Very well done from Aiden. Now locked himself in those points. Got some more activity as Harrians and Trevier, as well as Sofa. And the plane came in, and
ouch.
Trevier gets that elimination onto Sofa.
What a weird engagement. So Trevor
Really
was just with his back against the wall, no HP. Sofa comes over thinking he's going to get himself an easy elim, focuses the wrong player. Trevor takes advantage.
And I also think, too, for the players that are focusing on the Stormwing, like, you might be able to get 1 or 2 eliminations, maybe 3 eliminations can get yourself a point. But there's also a lot of activity that's going around you that you're just missing out on.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not careful, the game can kind of run away from you very quickly, especially as you're flying in the air. Everyone's like, okay, just take the plane down.
Yeah, and that's another good point. The more you're flying around, the less time you're taking to, like, harvest resource, right? So, like, you're setting yourself up for a bad end game if you can't really find the elimination.
You're really leaning on the Stormwing to get you the elims necessary, and then you'll loot the resources from those players.
That's right.
If that player used a bunch of resources to protect themselves against you, guess what? You have none of those resources now.
You're not going to pick anything up. And here we have Bloom Persecute with a little bit of tension in his area. He's on someone's trail here. I wonder if the player knows that's Armin TV looking to run.
He has no idea, and we were just informed Sword not in play anymore, so I wonder what happened to Nice.
Oh, is the Infinity Blade snatched away?
The Infinity Blade's gone.
Hopefully we'll get a nice little replay package of that. But Persecute still looking to kind of hunt down this player. That was a very aggressive.
Aiden just picked up another elimination, and there's the Infinity Blade. So it's out in the storm, so no one's really going to go for that one. No real reason to. I wanted to see it late game. I know, guys, you hate us, but we just want to see the world burn.
That's right. That's right. But hey, I mean, Nice did put up a show. He grabbed it. He even got an elimination for it. That's a big feat in his own.
Aiden and Bluty are right next to each other. Myth just got an elimination on the Trap God and the kill feed there. Poach is out of this one courtesy of Ronaldo, but Aiden and Bluty are right next to one another, and I wonder if Aiden saw him. Surely he did. He was walking out in the middle of the open.
I'm willing to put money that Aiden's going to be the first guy to hit big bonus. He is on a rampage right now. Look at that shot, breaking into the build, using the strategy of setting up the double wall to phase right through that floorboard. So clean.
Look at Nav.
He's at 4 limbs as well.
4 limbs. And okay, genuinely surprised with the resources. Has 383, 385.
Not bad. I mean, he's just shy of the stone cap there. He's got a little bit more wood to put in his resource pool, but so far so good. He's got an easy rotation, being that he has
all
export.
of those storm wings in the sky.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have a straight up dogfight. We're gonna have a straight up dogfight.
We're going to see it. Someone's going to go against someone else. It's just about, it's a matter of when, right? When are you going to take advantage of your position with the Stormwing? And here it is, just coming right in on Pleasant Park players.
Oh,
it's a nosedive.
Oh, he eliminated himself. Wait, did he? No.
Yeah, he did. Because remember, you take damage now when your plane your Stormwing explodes. Nad must have landed some shots. He took himself out.
Whoa, that.
It looks like Mitro's still alive in Pleasant Park as well, just outside of Goshan's presence.
Also, our observers, look at these. Look at the angles that they're getting here. I feel like I'm watching Saving Private Ryan.
Oh no, Gold School coming in on a fight here. That's 30 with the hit.
He's not really taking a lot of damage on that. He's taking some damage, but not. Oh, never mind. So Navis is still alive.
Right.
He took out the other player. I am just. There was so much that just transpired in that one moment.
He landed some shots, and then I think the damage from the explosion of the Stormwing
on him.
Right, that damage just kind of backfired. So, yeah, you might have a strat in pubs to just kind of squash players, but I don't think you're going to squash a pro that easy.
Man, this is just insane what we've seen so far. Match 1 here for the Winter Royale semifinals. Top 100 will move on to the finals that take place tomorrow.
Yeah, and just taking a little look at the map here, Pleasant Park is a hot zone. There's even what looks like a crate down to the north, but with so many Stormwings just flying around the map, it's so hard to read the world map. But look at the amount of players we have here. Pleasant Park is the place to avoid at the moment.
Yeah, you just simply do not want to be here. A lot of players are lingering on the outside too of Pleasant. There's the map. Everyone's kind of waiting it out, waiting for that next storm to start to come in, and then from there they're going to start to converge. But
that's right, and it's just been revealed, so you can see shots are being fired. Those lines that you see kind of flying out of each crosshair here, those are battles being engaged on, and the fast-moving arrows are basically players in the X4 Stormwing just taking domination in the sky.
It is a very different feeling too, because you're seeing these arrows move so fast. And you're like, wait a minute, there's no redeploy. What's going on here? This doesn't make any sense. No, it's the Stormwing. Everyone's flying.
Yeah, something important to note here. It's been 2 minutes since the last player's actually been eliminated. So even with the addition of the Stormwing, the amount of damage and pressure you can put in any given moment, it's still, you know, players they're playing for that end game. They want to make it to the end.
Aiden is with 5 eliminations. Nav with 5 eliminations. Myth with 2, but Myth is actually taking some damage, and Myth actually just got eliminated by Vix.
Yep, and that's it. You see down there the new crosshair on the elimination feed. So clean. So unfortunately, Myth is going to get taken out here, just shy of 1 elimination for a point. Hopefully next round will be better for him.
Got to ring the bell. Come on. All right, here's Myth's moment. Not in the sun. And the player just popped up right behind him there. And
simple mistake. Didn't own the wall there. Made the quick edit and just catch them by surprise.
So that is a tough pill to swallow without a doubt. But now over to Zayt.
Look at this loadout on Zayt right here. This is a really nice loadout. He's got so much shield for days. He's at legit max resource cap here. So again, the resource count works a little differently this time around. It's 300 metal cap, 500 stone cap, and 700 wood cap. So a little bit different as far as the format goes, but overall, still a 1,500 resource pool.
It's going to make metal that much more valuable toward the end. You know, if a player's running with metal after building with wood and brick.
Look at all the extra resources he just has laying around from farming.
Yeah.
It's just extra. It's just getting dropped because he can't hold it all.
And he also just wants to own the walls as much as he possibly can, too. Yeah. So if he needs to edit out to fight a player, he can.
And Pleasant Park is just becoming more and more contested as players navigate towards the center here. E11, Blue T still alive. Eclipse alive. Chenza, it's a new name out here. And here's Aiden. Kind of found himself a little home in the center. It's not every day you see, you know, Kansu / controller players making it to endgame, but I think Aiden's here to make a testament today.
This is a very interesting position that Aiden is going to find himself in. The low ground, and he's going to start getting targeted here.
That's what happens when you start putting pressure on players. They start to bite back. Aiden looking to get himself a battle.
And he's getting hit from not only the front, but also the right. You have Takata that's going to be hanging out as well.
Just behind the shack there.
Exactly.
It's really good spots.
He's in a really tough position. El Spectro. El Diablo.
I'm interested to see how the Stormwings interact with one another as the storm continues to get tighter and tighter. There is just less space in the air right now.
Not a lot of real estate to work with in the sky. No eliminations for Aiden, for Nav.
I mean, Mitro coming in at
still
second.
Popping. He's still in this.
All these guys with 2 elims are just 1 elim shy of earning themselves a point. And it looks like Exer is going to get chunked down right there. So he is now, you know, risking his stay in this match at the moment. Snood's probably looking for an elim, hopefully. Blue Team needs an elim because also elimination players or eliminating players will get you some extra shield up.
So you're in this situation. You're Aiden in this moment. What is your play here? What are you looking to accomplish with where you currently are?
Yeah, quite honestly, like Aiden looks like he's trying to antagonize players around him to like get them to like make a play, right? So that's why he's editing the window. He wants to draw people out to him to expose themselves. But these guys are trying to play so passive because they have zone. They kind of lucked out in a way, you know? So there it is. Aiden looking for those edits. He just wants to, again, just antagonize players to try and come at him, but no one wants to take the bait. Exer's
still alive despite going down so low on HP. I mean, he's only going to have 49 to work with, taking some shots as well. Player's going to be right next to him. That was, oh boy, that was a hand cannon that has just been eliminating those walls.
Oh no, he's now on barely anything.
Armin with the elim there stays alive. Back over to Aiden once again, still in the low ground, and as you said, still looking to antagonize some of these players.
Yeah, that's all he's doing here. E11 is Blue Tee barely held up on that ramp there. He's got to kind of fortify that a little bit more. That's interesting. He has a silent.
Silence pistol's the best pistol
blue
in the game.
pistol, definitely great for just kind of pinging these walls and whatnot.
And that's.
And no one can hear you.
No one can hear you. I believe that there's a lot of advantage in the silence pistol. If I have an opportunity, yeah, sure. If I had to get one of the other submachine guns, that would be a little bit better. But hey, if you don't find anything and you got a silence pistol, it's better than nothing.
You got to work what you got, especially when the ammunition is kind of scarce in the end game, right? So you got some light ammo to work with. Go ahead and burn it. But it looks like there's 45 players live, and I want to blame the Stormwing just a little bit here. I think players are scared to bring it to one another, but not Aiden. He's going in with a grapple play here, looking to get this next zone, and no one wants to bother him. That's a free rotation.
Yeah, he's just going to play this smart. And I like this as well. He goes a little bit out. He tries to just set himself up for success, give him some space. Rather than being cooped up in a 1-by-1, he can extend that just a little bit. You have Boys who's going to be out of this one. Nav is going to get it in. Nav with the chuckle. Oh, my word. That is not fair at all. And that will be Nav's 6th elimination in this game.
He is so close to the big bonus. One elimination, he gets that 3rd point, but then every elim after that is worth a full point. That will virtually qualify him at this point.
This is such a great spot for Nav to be in.
Lands a shot on Monsir. Nav is now having to pressure the storm on him. He's got to make a move. Mons looks like he lands a shot there.
No, Mitro ended up getting the elimination onto Ipon.
That's a points for him.
Aiden gets an elimination on Takada. That was a player that was going to be hanging out in the back, but here comes Nav on the move now. With that grapple hook, he's going to set himself up in a 1-by-1. Snood drops Chenzo.
So clean. Grappler, perfect for these endgame rotations if you don't have a Stormer. They're basically rebuilding the map at this point. Snood looking for a victory royale. He's going for that high ground. Materials are so good on Snood.
Snood needs to be careful because there's a player that's right next to him as well, and actually he got knocked down, but we'll go over to Aiden real fast to just see what this play was. He ended up getting another elimination.
That's it, taking advantage of the chaos there. Aiden on another one, pushing overhead here. This is going to activate the big bonus if he can push his way through the build using that same play we saw before.
Trap. Oh, he baited.
Lovely.
He dropped the trap down and was
dodge.
able to get out of it before the trap activated, and Aiden is now with that 7 elimination territory. That is wonderful for Aiden here.
And he destroyed Snood in the process. He is just taking down these ghost players 1-by-1. Yeah, unfortunately too, right? But
those are his boys.
So good, so well.
All is fair in love and war.
That's right, and now he's going to go ahead and replenish his entire resource pool. He is to cap here, and it's now Aiden who's looking for the victory royale in the high ground. But he has to take care of these Stormwings.
This is going to be very, very tough for Aiden to overcome. Bluedy's going to be right below him.
Honestly, I hope Aiden just changes his attention and just starts pinging out these planes. Please just do it. Get them out the sky. Stop giving them free rotations. These guys got to go.
Yeah, you got to take out these players here, and he's defending himself well if he needs to. But there's some shots behind him. Aiden's going to be in a world of hurt. Has to be very careful. He's going to get out of dodge with that one and run away using that grapple hook.
There
Smart
are
play.
31 players alive, which means we might see our first taste of the Storm Surge activate soon. And to explain that really quickly to you guys, Storm Surge, when there are a certain number of players alive after a certain time, according to the Storm, players will start to take damage if you did not deal a certain amount of damage. So you want to be dealing damage to players. Aiden, obviously no problem here. He's probably leading the pack. All he needs is one elim there, and that's a full point to him. He's on big bonus.
Big territory for Aiden to be in now. With that elimination, puts him up to 8 points. He gets a point for every elimination that he secures. If he was able to get the victory royale as well, that would be absurd. But there's so many players still alive, and we hadn't even talked about Zextro, who's flying high above everyone else, chomping at the bit, looking for that opportunity to jump on some of these players here. He has 2 eliminations, 72 hours as well, 3 eliminations.
Unfortunately, 72 might be his first victim because he's going to see him trying to heal here. All he needs is one elim to get this point here. Can Zextro earn himself some score?
72 hours.
Still floating around. You can hear that glider coming in. Beanie's going to land on someone here. And Wig's still alive, the console player that we talked about.
Wigs is still in this?
Still in this. Representing for the Xbox community.
Controller gang all day. Console gang all day.
And there it is, Wigs. Man, 10 shots in the grappler. That's going to be great for these rotations. I think he's looking to get this top 10 right now.
If he can get top 10, speak volumes. Players going to be right in front of him.
It's another elim right there.
Big elimination from Wigs. That is going to put him in the top 10, or almost to the top 10. Let's not get out.
He's so close. He's so close.
And one step closer to that moment.
Oh, he recognizes the player needs to heal here. This is another elimination just sitting in front of him. He needs one for a point, so it's going to be super important for him to look for an opportunity here.
Wait for that moment.
There it is. He makes top 10.
Pressure is on for Wigs here, the only console player in this competition. He's going to get that high ground. Beautiful build, but
he lands a headshot there, just completely damaging that opponent. He's got complete air control at the moment, but only 70 stone.
Doesn't have a lot of resources to work with, but he does have that legend.
And he gets another elim there. That's going to be a point for him.
Oh, my word. This is happening.
When he elims someone, he's getting paid out a resource. I completely forgot. He's now replenished.
Voil's actually going to be stuck inside of the storm.
It's a trap, barely misses it.
Symphony
Lands
eliminated himself. Voil's going to get the elimination on the Licerin.
Voyo just needs one Elim right now. He'll get himself a 7-point. He's looking to get it.
Oh, no!
Som lands a clean shot. Now it's Wiggs versus Som. There's someone else here.
And that...
Mateos versus Wiggs. It is all coming down here.
Som's
no
going to be
HP.
last one. Gets the victory royale. Wow.
Absolutely chaotic ending.
What an ending that was.
How can you keep up with the amount of action that was going on there? Jeez.
That was insane.
Well played. Well played.
That was insane.
And that was game 1, Heat 1. We said that Heats were stacked. We got a little taste of every player we knew were going to come out and perform. Talk about a crazy game.
What in the world did we just... We saw Stormwing domination in the sky. Nice picking up the Infinity Blade. Doing some work, getting one or two eliminations with that. A console player, Wiggs, on console.
Like, just suddenly turns up at the end out of nowhere. Had a grappler coming in, picking up Elims, and landing his shots, clean shots. That was crazy.
That was insane. That was insane. All right. Well, let's take a look at the final moments of that game. Kind of recollect ourselves here, people, because there was a lot of craziness. And look at all this.
I need a breather after that one.
You kind of got to go and
just take a look.
And fast forward.
Right.
This is how it played out. There's no... Actually, if Fortnite played like this, I would never win.
Yeah, you know, when you're in these endgame situations, it gets super chaotic. Holding a high ground, Wiggs just did so well for so long, but unfortunately probably hit his limit reach there. And that was Zextro he beams down, nearly eliminating him. Zextro kind of turns things around, finds a player right underneath him. Mateos with a clutch medkit in the storm. We couldn't even tell that story. It was just so hard to keep up with at some point.
And here are the final moments as Som gets the Elim on Tivoli. Looking for that next player. And that was going to be Mateos.
Absolutely filthy play. Edits the floorboard to have Mateos just kind of come down towards him and then lands a clean 133 shot from the pump. To then catch him as he's trying to run off and disengage.
Yeah, and what's insane is that I felt like there were so many players that we could have talked about in that game, and we didn't even get a chance to look at because there were so many epic moments. And let's take a look at the highlights because there were some good plays there. Nice, uncontested.
To kick things off and claim the Infinity Blade was pretty awesome to see for a game 1, I'm not going to lie.
That was pretty sick. Then Aiden, we thought that this game was going to go very poorly for Aiden. He had 2 eliminations that were stolen from him.
Right, and he turns that around, turns it into like an 8+ Elim game.
Imagine though if he was able to get those Elims though.
It would have been a 10 at least.
Yeah.
We know that.
That would have been nuts. Aiden though, kept the good times rolling for him is Elim after Elim after Elim.
And here's the strat we talk about when you make that kind of double wall pyramid play to force yourself down. That player didn't anticipate it, but missed his shot. And look, Aiden just using his strat over and over. Again, another player that anticipates it, but it doesn't matter. He plays his wall tight.
That was such a great moment there. Snood thought that he would have had defended himself well, but Aiden able to just jump out of that, jump out of harm's way, keep himself alive. Here's Voyle. He had 3 limbs for himself, was able to get one onto Kevy, and that leads us into our top 6 situation here where Voyle was so weak but still managed to pick up another elimination, and then Psalm bodies Volley as he came up the ramp and was in a prime position for that victory royale as Mateos goes down right at the end. But here are the standings and where we are, because Psalm gets 4 points, Aiden gets 4, Voyle gets 3, Wiggs gets 3, and it goes on.
Yeah, and,
so on and so forth.
Aiden making it purely based off of Aiden pick bonus, basically. So, you know, it's safe to say he's, you know, made the top 50 at the moment. Symphony squeaks in a point there as well. Mitro, we saw get himself a point early on. Liquid 72 hours as well. These are players that earn themselves just barely outside that elimination threshold, and they catch it.
And then the rest of the players here, unfortunately for them, not able to secure a point. It's so critical.
Yeah, we saw right now Ronaldo kind of was a player that eliminated Myth, so he unfortunately couldn't seek out his second point that he needed as well. It's all about getting those eliminations. You cannot make a mistake.
That was crazy. That was such a crazy game. Like the ending moments there, like what as a commentator you live to see, because it's just the hype, the excitement, the joy of the hunt for a lot of these competitors, and then it came down to the wire, came down to critical moments. It truly was anyone's game toward the end there. There was a point in time where, in my mind, realistically, a player on Xbox was going to win.
Exactly.
And I was so excited. But even then, I'm still excited for Wiggs showing up huge for that community and showing that he can compete with these top dogs on PC. But then also you just have the standout performances from guys like Aiden that netted themselves huge bonuses by getting
at
that
one point we
elim.
see Zexro just kind of coming in from the air with a glider, and you think, oh, this is Zexro's game to win. He wins these. But no, Wiggs kind of just landed so many shots. It just turned the entire pressure around.
Yeah, so believe we also had an opportunity to catch up with a couple of the players that are competing in the Winter Royale, and you kind of want to learn more about them. You have so many players, and you just want to know their stories. What are they playing for? And we actually had a moment to catch up with Spectral. Let's take a look.
My name is Marco Garcia, and I go by Spectro, and I live in Royale, California. When deciding to move to Norwalk, we moved because my old city was kind of rough to live in. It wasn't peaceful, it wasn't quiet, and this was just perfect. I am going to Cal State LA, and I am working towards getting a pre-computer science major. I want to work in the video game industry and hopefully design games. I currently am playing video games to play competitively. I'm very good at it, and I enjoy it a lot. My parents do support me with this, and they try to help me as much as they can. I was in class when I found out that I qualified for the Winter Royale. I told my classmates around me that I was in the group with, and then we all celebrated, we all were hyped, and it was just awesome. I noticed that I have a really hard first heat with many great pros because there are so many in my heat, it's honestly amazing. Ninja, Aiden, Myth, a bunch of top-notch players, and it's very fun to have to play them. With Season 7, I have to rethink my strategy, and right now I'm trying to look for other locations to land that will give me enough mats and loot to win. Something that I learned playing scrims is that I really can show up at the end where it's endgame and everybody's closed in on each other. I could easily get some picks and get some points. If I won the grand final, it would mean that I would be able to compete with all these top-notch players, and the money would also help me work towards my goal to save enough for a house and also play FORTNITE competitively. And I'm feeling very confident in how I will do with how much practice and time I've put in. It was cool to watch all the previous tournaments, but now I'm here and I plan on staying.
California boy, and this is really cool because it is his first time really embarking in this world of being a competitive gamer.
Competitive player.
For a lot of these players too, this is the story, right? That Fortnite has made so many opportunities for so many young competitive players that are looking to make a name for themselves, and it really has been a joy to see. As a person who's been working in this field for almost a decade now, I cannot believe that all the new faces that we're seeing here. And, you know, I mean, we also just want to hear from you, right? Go on Twitter, use that hashtag Winter Royale. And, you know, why don't you at me and Monster D-Face, at GoldenBoyFW, at Monster D-Face. Did you think Nice was going to be the first one to pick up the Infinity Blade? That's what we asked you before. And we want to know, did you think it was going to be him? And did you think it was going to be uncontested?
Right. I you know, honestly, I thought the player that landed just above him at Polar was going to get him, but no.
No, did not happen.
He ended up actually falling victim to the actual swords, to the Infinity Blade. So that's that.
Yeah, and you never want to pull a Dr. Lupo. You never want to go full Lupo, right?
Nope.
That is the danger. Okay.
No, by the way, that was a great clip, Lupo.
Oh,
Love
man. I was hilarious. Just hearing him speak with such conviction. This is going to be the new meta. This is it. You're just going to build.
You can dive off this build. You take no fall damage, and then splat, dude.
Oh, man. Love that, dude. All right. Well, now it's time to get into match number 2. Oh, we saw some incredible action in match 1.
Yeah. And, for this game, the only thing I'm hoping to see right now is these players cannot allow the Stormwings to be so dominant in the air. You have to put pressure on them so that they fall back, because ultimately just turtling up infinitely is not gonna work.
That's why Nav was able to get so many elims.
He was working against those players in the air, forcing them to come down, and then just taking them down. Because again, we talk about it. If you're in the air, what you're not doing, you're not farming. You're not getting your pool of loadout right. You have a lot of disadvantage from holding down a Stormwing. There's pros and cons. You got to take advantage.
Yeah, I'm looking for players to really take advantage, execute on that one in match 2. But here we go.
So do you think it's like part of Nice's plan now to just kind of play off this, or yes, it is.
Again.
He is claiming the Infinity Blade, and notice no one has landed at Polar Peak this time. I think that last player kind of learned his lesson.
So is this just Nice's territory?
It's his territory now.
Oh, word! This is just.
Oh, it's got to feel so good. You're at max shield. You're double HP pool. You can farm freely. It's crazy.
Says Lucky versus Kyle.
This might be the first elimination of the day. Lucky coming right overhead. Perfect close-range weapon, but he doesn't have a shotgun. Nice. Oof. Lands every shot. Doesn't need one.
Another player right above with the minigun. Oh, that is unfortunate, and Diggy gets the elim there.
No, it's actually 7 EOTV.
Diggy got an elim on the kill feed, but
just before that, minigun versus burst. That dude was one shot, by the way.
That is just...
Oh gosh, minigun, great.
Unfortunate. Hey, when it happens, it happens. You can't really be all frustrated about that one, right? It's a part of the
Aiden with a great hand cannon shot there. He actually connects. And what happened there?
No, he didn't get it.
No, Colossal Impact takes that right from him.
He didn't get it. This is the story of Aiden.
I was going to say, we're starting to see a trend here.
Oh, man, and it's really rough, too, because he's putting in all this work, and these players are just capitalizing off.
Oh, he's upset. He's going all the way. He's bringing it to town right here. He's going to look for the edit. Doesn't quite take advantage. Okay, but he's just holding high ground here. This is last material. Can he make the shot? He needs a follow-up.
Wow.
Whoa, that was clean. Impact
beamed him in the face.
Yes, the payback. Don't take his kills, Impact.
Yeah, don't take those
eliminations. Those are not yours. Those are Aiden's.
How dare you, sir? Oh.
Was that a grenade launcher? Calculated.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely calculated. 7 EOs on fire here. That's 2 for him off the bat. Looking to clean start.
How ridiculous is it that 7 EO was able to get a grenade launcher and a minigun?
Yeah, two like the oddest early game, weapons.
And then takes advantage of them and manages to pick up 2 elims off of that.
A stroke of luck or skill, man. One or the other. And it looks like we have Twitch Dummy here, just kind of chilling. His player on him. He doesn't have a lot of materials though. Frosty Flight's notorious for low materials. You gotta push players and make big moves here. You don't want to stick around doing nothing.
Just want to get the Stormwings and get out of there. So these could be the remnants of players that were not able to take the Stormwings out. At the very least, though, with that higher harvesting rate, you can get a decent amount of metal that can protect you, but you're only going to be able to get 300 out of that.
Yeah, and it seems to be a strategy, just kind of get it all down in one shot and just work his way down this little, this watchtower here. And Gold School, we saw in the warm-up kind of previous match as well. This is where he likes to play his new route. And looks like he's got a little bit of competition here. So Gold School is in a better situation, though, than Doomy sitting in the watchtower, because he can actually farm freely and get a good load at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good loadout, right?
It's a god loadout.
having
so
a legendary
good.
pump, a blue AR,
yeah.
Like that's pretty nice. That's what you'd want here. Clarity now. He's gonna have to get out of this one. I think he's being hunted down.
3-way. It's like a lot of players there, so he's probably bit off more than he can chew, or maybe he was looking to just kind of come in and get an easy elim. Doesn't find one, so he's going to back out of there.
Trying to see if he could probably third-party something and benefit from that.
That's kind of what you want to do. You don't want to start too many fights, especially if they go too long. You want to get out of there, because then players like Zexro are coming in overhead. They see what's going on, and Zexro's going for it. Xer now getting an opportunity to squeeze out from the basement he was hiding in.
Maybe he can take advantage of this.
Zexro does not care. He just completely wraps that player up real quick, showing him how it's done. I think that player's name was Pi there, so, and it's now Zexro versus Xer.
That's a tongue twister.
Super tongue twister there.
Zexro. Yes.
Yep, Zexro's probably very happy to get that quick elim, and now he's going to get out of here.
Yeah, he got the value, right? Gets the elim.
I mean, he's got zone, too, so he's got a lot of options, really, when it comes down to where he wants to be right now.
And T-Rose versus Legidian.
Hey, T-Rose has what looks like is an RPG with 1 shot left. It's great for PvP.
Oh, no!
Slips off.
Well, he could use a Porta Fortress, yeah. So you can use.
He does.
Yeah, that's good. So drop down the Porta Fortress, right? You go low, brings you right back into this one. Kind of catches a player a little bit off guard there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Porta Fortress is a little too perfectly square placed that the build is just supported now. So Ledge is on top of a Super Fortress here. He's got a lot of grounds. Kind
of made him a Porta Super Fortress.
Yeah, and they're at the edge of the map. So, I mean, Zexro's going to be coming down from the north side, and look, he's already there. Yeah, Zexro's not playing games. He's looking to jump into any battle that he didn't start and try and pick someone off,
Trying to third party all day. I respect that, Zexro. Go for the elims. Make no friends.
I mean, you have to at this point. T-Rose now getting wind of Zexro here. He's probably going to take it, trying to get the advantage drop on him, but he doesn't have a shotty.
Okay, here comes Zexro now. He's going to go in there and try and challenge. Also, some more shots. That's actually going to be a Stormwing. Oh, this is rough. He needs to defend himself.
He's doing a great job here. Legend actually takes out T-Rose. T-Rose is gone, no longer able to hide there. Legend super low on HP. Zexro makes the edit, catches a wall with the hand cannon. This is his fight to win.
Zexro's looking for a player. It's going to be right outside, but that is going to be the pick on to Legend.
Yeah, so Legidian manages to get one, but one's not going to be enough. Zexro catches the opportunity. No shield. And Mitro does just get eliminated. Looks like he was coming in on the Stormwing. We talk about beaming those players off of it, and looks like he makes that happen.
Rough going, too, because Mitro actually was above Zexro in points in the standings coming out of match 1. So, yeah, you get that little friendly rivalry. What is it, continental rivalry there between Europe and NA.
Yeah, fun fact for those of you guys tuning in, Mitro and Zexro are the only 2 players to qualify cross-region. Both sides.
Very impressive.
Super impressive. And Ronaldo TV, a player that nearly kind of, made a point last one, but got eliminated. So he's sitting at 0 points. He has to make a play here.
No one wants to move.
Look at his standoff, dude. They're like, nope, I'm not going first.
No one wants to move out of this one, but it is.
And that's exactly why. Diggy lands a ton of shots there. But it looks like he's going to make a clean escape. He does have a grappler, so he can get out as well.
And there's a Stormwing down low.
There is a Stormwing, but there's also Ronaldo. It looks like Ronaldo's just waiting for someone to go for it.
He didn't know that he was there.
So good. That's a big shot on Diggy. Diggy now, no heals for the Storm, but he does have minis. It's not going to be enough. Ronaldo should just pressure here.
Yeah, and if Ronaldo's able to get this elimination, that's going to net himself 50 HP.
He's on the campfire, so he knows he has more time than Diggy. Diggy has more pressure on his back here, and someone's sniping in as well.
This is dangerous, dangerous.
Such dangerous territory. There's the edit. He catches a window. Quick rotation of staircase.
Oh, and Ronaldo gets the pick onto Diggy.
That was clean and filthy at the same time. What a nice play. Quick edit, and he doesn't miss a beat on the edit, and that's why he's able to get out of there alive. Here we have Creo from LG.
And we'll be keeping a closer eye there on Ronaldo because Sundown did note that this was a guy that you need to pay attention to. Creo, though, pops up from behind, and that is going to be Nav, who's been putting up some great performances, especially coming off of match 1.
Speaking about paying attention, that's exactly what Creo missed out on there. Nav just sneaks around that wall, finds the opportunity in the open space. You have to protect yourself. Now we have a little Frexes here on the high ground. Aiden probably looking to gather up some resources, get his loadout right. Frexes probably listening in super closely, trying to see if anyone's battling so he can jump in on something. But no, he's just going to get a clean rotation here. Aiden's going to be on his trail. And it's Ninja who's in Tilted Towers.
Wow. Okay, so Ninja didn't really talk about him in match 1.
We didn't get to see him in match 1, that's right.
Nav just picked up another elimination there.
Navis on fire. He's holding down Pleasant.
Such a great semifinal.
Since last game, yeah. I think that's going to be a full point for him, bringing him up to 3 eliminations, once again leading in eliminations for 2 games in a row now.
Ninja is going to be battered a bit here. Has no health, or has nothing to heal himself with, I should say. 51 HP, 70 shields.
I mean, I know a perfect way for him to heal. He's got to get an Elim, because the heal pull system back is where it's at.
And there are going to be 3 players that will be sitting up above. That will be Aiden, Uzi, and Zextro. And, you know, Ninja obviously doesn't know this, but any player who's looking at this is like, I wouldn't go up there.
That's such a scary team to roll into. Aiden, insane for aggression. So is Zextro. Ninja, also aggressive. That's going to be a crazy fight that's going to turn out. Here it is. Chenzo misses the shot there. You cannot miss shots and opportunities like this. He does have some dynamite.
Good defense to try and keep him
going.
Not
going to be enough.
And that was Vivid. Oh, no, Assault, excuse me. Assault gets that pick onto Chenzo. So the elimination.
Yeah, the dynamite really coming in handy. Blows open the bottom build.
Controller player, too, by the way, Assault.
Yeah, oh, yeah. IPAN under pressure from a dynamite as well. He's got to back up here. The destructive power in the dynamite is crazy.
Yeah, because as soon as that dynamite blew up, he looks at it and says, oh, no, I need to get some fortification. I need some protection on this.
The thing about dynamite, it's like the only explosive in the game that's kind of like utility because of how much radius it has on the explosion. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it will expose you. Here's Ghost Aiden. We talked about that aggression. Who's he going to catch here? And it looks like the victim was Zextro. Aiden's a monster out here, and he's already in another build fight with probably Ninja, because Ninja was just... No, actually, I think Ninja stood ground at the bottom. Yeah, it's Uzi he's fighting here.
And I also want to just commend Aiden, because I think a lot of players, they like that duo of Nick Merckx and Ghost Aiden. And for me, a big storyline point for the semis was, can Aiden shine on his own without Nikki, you know, working with him, right? And it's clear that Aiden has all the capability, all the talent, and then familiar territory as we take to the skies.
Oh no, you
Nav
gave
in the
Nav
Stormwing.
Stormwing. What's wrong with you guys?
Oh,
and there it goes. Elim. That brings him up to 4 eliminations. Nav is on fire. It looks like he catches whites in this player. He's going to go on and dive down now.
This could be number 5.
This player is aggressive.
This
Nav
could be
is
number
not
5.
playing. Yeah, he wants this one right here.
He's got to be careful, though.
Slips off the build. Still has dominant positioning as far as grounds go. And it looks like other players are now catching wind of all this action going on. This is the player he beamed out the sky with the Stormwing, so he's going to get this loot.
Guy does not like him at all. There's going to be a player to his right. I just don't know if Nav saw him, or if he did, he thought he could probably move around him.
He wants to upgrade that Lotus. So does Kevy. Kevy lands every shot there. So clean. Kevy's going to get that connection right there. That's going to be 2 elims for him.
Kevy did not care. He smelled blood, and he went right for it.
And that's what happens. You put a bunch of resources. People are going to go for it.
Little dogfight action. Saw him in the sky. You got Vix, who's trying to put some shots down on him.
Yeah, saw him, our previous round winner, pretty much, of Heat-1, Game 1. And this is Match 2. Getting pressured by Vix here. Vix is on his tail. Can Sam outmaneuver him is the question.
The winner of Match 1. Can he do it again?
Yeah, so he's getting shot at, but he doesn't really care. He's pressuring other players at the same time. So far, so good for Vix. Looks like he's in the lead here as far as this little battle goes.
And it's kind of weird here because Vix is
on there's his tail. Third player jumping is Mateos.
Third party in the sky. Okay. Okay,
so Sam is doing a fairly good job of dodging, at least.
We have the second place from Match 1, the first place from Match 1. What are they doing? Flying in the Stormwing.
That's right. It's going down up here. So it looks like Nav has been eliminated, right? He's still leading in eliminations. Not far behind him is Ghost Aiden and Ronaldo TV. Both these players are sitting at 3 elims, the only players so far in the match to score themselves some points. And 7 EOTV, who we also saw in round 1 as well, or game 1. And he's actually eliminated too.
Vivid is going to be close to getting that point. He's able to do so. And here's another replay from Aiden, who's kind of just been the human highlight reel.
Aiden
locking himself another one.
Man right now. He is pushing every single player. You get next to him, you are going to get some static. Looks like only 42 players remain in this game. The previous one was a lot more than that. So it looks like players are getting into their comfort.
Another member of Ghost will be right next to Aiden.
Yeah, At this point, what do you do, right? Aiden knows that he's just, you know, a couple elims away, but no, yeah, he's just looking for action. He fights beginning to end.
Rockets above. Aiden knows a player's going to be to his right, too. And that's going to have to prompt that player to have to defend himself yet again. That will be Voyle, who was in 3rd place, I want to say, in match.
Poor Myth is right by him as well with no shield.
Man,
Aiden with a
spot.
super meta loadout. Hand cannon breaks all structures with one shot if freshly built, and wood, doesn't matter how much HP it has, it will freshly destroy wood.
But if Myth gets the elim, that is going to give him the 50 HP. If you don't have the meds, at the very least, you're going to be able to take that.
That's right. And looks like Aiden's getting pressured as he makes this early rotation to the next zone. Yeah, this is a tough zone to rotate from, especially being on the storm line here. You don't want to be this far back. You really got to make a move if you have low mobility.
He's playing the peak game.
He's only dependent on bandages, so he's got to make a move. He needs to get an elim here. He's got to upgrade that loadout. Great Tactical is not going to cut it.
Yeah, well, wow. Oh, my word. That is just... Oh, that is not good.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have any eliminations. He's obviously been in a couple scuffles so far.
You don't want to see Gray at the bottom right at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot better than playing in his mom basement, though. More than 60 hertz, so let's see what's going to happen here.
It's working out for Wiggs, though.
Aiden gets destroyed by Goshan, who catches him on the rotation there. Nice little peek from Goshan. He's going to open up that box, and that's what happens.
Divinity playing back against a Storm that has a bunch of stuff here.
Oh, looks like he just kind of snuck into some free loot here. It's a nice little come up for him. He's got a grappler. He's going to blow his shots here. I don't know. Oh, he's got 2 grapplers. Oh, okay. I see why.
He's taking a lot. And Myth did pick up his first elimination. Now he's going to upgrade that loadout. He needed to do that because you're rocking Grays in the final few circles. Ugh, that is not good.
Now he is set up. Purple pump. He's got a epic scar here. He's in a good situation with minis to go. This is very nice, and he even has a couple heals for the Storm because the Storm's going to get weird playing over this big mountain.
And his benefit is he's coming from the low ground while everyone else is pushing up, so he can kind of sneak his way through and just be ever so careful.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's kind of just recycling here, catching somewhat of a free rotation, which it's pretty much really nice, let's just say, to get a free rotation. And there it is, Stormwing pressure.
The dreaded Stormwing. He's going to be using nothing but metal here. Has to switch over because he has plenty of wood to work with. But in the heat of the moment, he's just going to rely on that metal to give him a little bit more protection if it can heal up quickly enough.
He has to use metal in this situation, being pressured by a hand cannon. You just kind of want that fortification. Hopefully, he can get just past that HP bracket. It looks like ECA Landjock is sitting above Divinity here, and it's Tyenox who's putting pressure on Myth.
Shaky Rift to go when he needs it. Was above Myth, but Myth is going to be the player that we have eyes on here. And this is Ronaldo, who's another player that has had quite the game.
He's had a great game so far. 3 eliminations, just shy of a couple more for another point. Vivid, another player that we just talked about, just barely there. Needs 1 more elimination. He'll get himself a point as well. Looks like Spectro, the player that we interviewed earlier. Ooh, he gets beamed down. Looks like he just barely made it out of that. He's still alive.
Barely survives that one. And here's the lay of the land here. Some players are going to be below the mountain, but Landjock, money's kind of on him here because he has that high ground, and Shaky was just waiting to use that rift as soon as he needed it.
No way. Is he going to try and land on a Stormwing and make the play? He's looking for it. Get this highlight, Shaky. You can do it, brother.
I don't know. I don't think I think if it happens, that's nice, but if it doesn't happen...
He was eyeballing it for a second there. Look, he's trying to see if he can get one.
Oh, this is
playing these Stormwings pretty close. All right, I think you kind of figures you've been in the sky, long enough at this point. He's going to go and land down.
This is Smith's area.
I don't like where he's landing. He went so low here. He had a lot of options to play off that mountain. Decides not to. Instead, he's going to take a high zone here and farm.
He's got a really good loadout though, and he's not all that bad when it comes to his resources. So repositions and sets himself up for success. I think just has to be a little careful here.
Yeah, remember, the higher you go, the more likely you are to get targeted by a Stormwing. So you got to be very careful. I think he kind of realizes that as he's working his way up. And here's Vivid. See if he can find himself the point.
I don't really talk much about Vivid here, but that is going to be the elimination that gets him his 4th.
And that's a point right there. So he's now one more elim shy of another point, and it's going to be across Loot Lake. A lot of players are going to have to make that trek across Loot Lake, and it's going to go back up another mountain. This is a crazy zone to kind of mess with. You want to go early. Yeah, Vivid knows. Vivid just notorious for game sense. He knows he's got to get out of there. He's ahead of the pack right now when it comes down to this rotation. And here's the fourth elim. There it is, just picking up crazy kills at the end game there. And here it is.
All right. Oh,
wow.
Vivid again just bodies Ronaldo, and that is going to lock up his 5th elimination now, and he's going to rotate yet again early on.
That's what we talk about. Having a grappler in your loadout can change your rotations. He just went straight ahead of the pack here. And again, just finding more players.
That's Farico.
He's got 2 on the pressure now from the legendary assault rifle he has. This is his last grappler shot. He's going to use it to cut off this player. He's high ground now. He's working his way all the way up this mountain. This is where you got to burn those resources, protect his overhead.
Just got chunked by stepping onto the storm, but he should be okay, though.
Look at his game awareness. He realized someone made a quick edit right to his right-hand side, protects himself. He's so far ahead of the zone, he can just take his time here and look for eliminations again.
Playing this one so well, and the bodies are starting to drop.
That's right. He's looking for this big bonus. One more player gets eliminated. That's a point for him for placement now. Symphony looks like he caught himself elimination there. Takas goes down.
Here we go. We're getting down to the final moments of this game. You have Shaky still alive. He was playing the high ground before, and he's just going to roll with the punches here, figure it out as he goes along.
He's got to make a big move right now to get elimination, to pick up some resources because he is running low here. There's only 40 left. He lands a good shot there. And that's it. That's his last build. Does he realize?
Doesn't have. Can he stay alive? He runs out into the storm. Doesn't get elim. He doesn't have anything. He falls down, takes damage, and he's going to have to go low. Player's going to be right in front of him. But that is going to give him the resources. And now if he takes his time, Shaky's right back in this.
Just like that, he gets elimination resource bonus. He gets shields back. It's a 1v1.
Player's going to be right above him.
Oh, no. J-Love is completely maxed out.
J-Love has everything. He has the high ground.
Such a great loadout. This is it. Final moments from Shaky. Can he make a big play here? He has to connect.
Shaky goes low. He's going to have to play defense. Reposition.
He's trying to get this mini off. Is that a big shield there? It's going to cap him. This is big for him. This is going to change his confidence levels. It's up a mountain.
Oh, and this is such a rough fight.
Any play can happen right now. He can edit down on him.
He needs to get a clean build up so he can get some high ground.
The player is not allowing him to do so. He's denying everything. He makes it up to the top.
Shaky with the victory royale over J-Love. That is going to be 5 eliminations. He popped that big shield, got the confidence he needed.
He didn't just pop the big shield. He popped off in full. That was a great endgame for Shaky. Talk about, like, not choking when everything's against you. Super low material. RBK Love kind of lost track there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I'm really surprised with that too, because you hear that player right below you. You know he dropped down to the ground. So you had that angle. I think it was just that little opening there on that mountain where he was able to build platform and then go ramp up. He just wasn't expecting it. I think he thought that the bottom was locked down completely, so he would have to harvest his way out. He'd have to take out the harvest tool and punch his way out of there, but he just was not able to, or he didn't need to, actually. He had a clear path to be able to get back up to the high ground. But let's take a look at the final moments of that game. Yet again, it was Shaky versus J-Love.
Yeah, and that's what happened. He was popping a big shield, and that was the last 30 mats on Shaky to make that jump over. Perfectly timed and executed. It couldn't have went better for him.
This is it right here.
40 materials, turns around, hits the 1-2. Yet nothing left.
40 materials and a dream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, what an ending to that game. What match 1, match 2 has not disappointed
not at all.
Man.
I think match 2 was a lot better than match 1. Less storm wings in the air. I think all the players kind of realized we're not going to let that fly again, right? So they're swiping them out the air. I like the way match 2 kind of played out.
Yeah, that was awesome there, and some names making it all the way to the end. I do want to know what's going on with Symphony, though, because I haven't really seen Symphony.
We saw him there, and then just like, what happened?
Match 1 and match 2, I believe he just got eliminated by the storm.
I think he got a placement point, though, for that last one, so maybe he found himself a final point.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the standings here. And oh, sorry, match highlights. Apologies. I'm new here. So match highlights from that game. Aiden was looking to put on another big boy performance.
Yeah, that was such a clean hand cannon shot. Those are not easy to land, by the way.
And this was early on in the game, this Legidian fight that had happened with that Porta Fortress, and then Assault, Zextra, all these guys kind of just exchanging blows. Some hanging out by the storm a little too long a few times there because it was kind of a game of chicken. Yeah,
you get to heal now, so you got to get those elims when you commit like that.
And
this right here.
Back out to the sky.
Yeah, this play right here, dude. Like, what?
It's just... Nav is ridiculous. I am going to follow him on Twitch because I want to see his Stormwind gameplay, and I want to learn clearly from one of the most reckless that are out there. But here's the standings. Shaky gets 5 points. Aiden gets 5 points. Psalm, who won game 1, top 3 this time, not bad at all, my friend.
Looks like Psalm couldn't, unfortunately, score himself an extra point, but just shows you how one game can bring you all the way to the top. Shaky coming from nowhere, earning himself 5 full points that round, and Nav not disappointing at all. He's going to get himself another one as well.
Very cool.
We talk about Symphony. Yeah, Symphony actually earned that second one right there. So at least he got a placement point that time around.
And the points stop after, great name, Elon Musk Vivo TV. What a name that is.
Remember, you want to hit top 50. So all these guys so far are good, but you got to get some points up.
Yeah, you definitely need to do so there. And you have plenty more matches to come. We have 3 more games that are going to take place. And, it's put up or shut up now, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing really left out there. You've seen how things kind of played out in games 1 or 2. Infinity Blade, while being really awesome, maybe no one's really figured it out yet because it literally just came out today.
True.
Stormwings certainly playing a role here.
Big role.
But you need to just shoot those dudes out of the sky. That's it.
Right.
Just get them out of there.
I think they found the counter. And we talk about the Infinity Blade being introduced, and people were riffing like, well, what's it going to be? It's going to be broken. No, like people are getting shut down. So for all you guys out there, verbally expressing yourself, you gotta chill, man.
Yeah.
So far, it's been a lot of fun. This patch has been awesome, and
this update, season 7 has been so awesome so far, man. A lot of great new things, awesome points of interest that have been introduced, new things to mess around with, new skins for me. Because I just spend wraps as well. Epic. I'm trying to just send me more V-Bucks, please. Okay?
That's right.
I'm new here, right? How many times can I use that joke?
So I think we talked about this a little bit earlier too. Favorite skin, Sergeant Winter.
So Sergeant Winter is my jam, but I roll Skystalker all the time. Yeah, because I like that. I like that dumb emote with the slither. The slither. So I run that, and now with the Stormwing, I get on the wing and then I just slither my way. Live my best life in the sky. What about you?
Well, I was a big Knockouts fan. I think a lot of you guys out there are gonna feel this one, but time to roll on, kind of like the Skull Trooper.
Retired Knockouts.
Yeah. I'm back to Renegade raiding out here. I'm going classic with it. Season 1.
Okay. All right, because you just got to be that guy.
I got to be that guy.
You have to be the OG. I mean, you and I have both been playing since the absolute beginning.
And I think pre-season stuff.
Yeah. Before that was even a thing, and we've seen this game evolve so much. We're actually talking about it, right? The map is so different. If you go back and watch old pre-season 1 Fortnite footage versus what we have now, it is just night and day what we're witnessing.
Bring back Moisty Meyer, please.
No, but I'm glad I have this opportunity to be able to say it. Fatal Fields. Okay. Best location in the game, ain't going anywhere. I stand by that statement.
He stands by it. I don't think anywhere on the map is safe. Season 7 just kind of teaches all you guys that nowhere is safe. Look what they did to Greasy. Greasy was a classic location. The restaurant, we had the restaurant hype going on with burger versus Tomato Head, and they completely wiped out the restaurant. No one's restaurant there now.
I just think Fatal Fields just gets away from it all. It gets away from the drama.
Sneaking on by.
That's how I feel. Fatal Fields is a spot where you want to land where there's no drama. Okay. Well, we have a lot of players that we've been highlighting here, and as these players have kind of come and gone through the feed, one player that has stuck out is Vivid, who's been playing pretty well thus far. We actually have some highlights from him and what he's been putting together in this matchup. This was the very cheeky play where he was hanging out inside, just looking for the opportunities to get the picks off of the players as they poked out, thinking that they were safe on the right side. You're never safe.
He does. because he just jumps in on that battle, takes all those players out, gets ahead of the storm with the grappler, and just makes plays.
Yeah, he was reading that one very well. He knew that there was no reason for him to expose himself. Players, when you get to those final moments, and I know it's hard, like there's so much going on. You hear just shots being fired. Now the Stormwing flying in the sky.
Yeah.
You also hear players on their gliders hovering down. There's just so much audio congestion that you're just not really thinking about, okay, maybe there's a player over to my right here, like in this inconspicuous one-by-one build that is just happens to be sitting here.
We saw what happens. Players will wait in the storm. I think Ronaldo is kind of held out in the storm for so long. Diggy jumps down trying to take that Stormwing. He made him pay for it. So
yeah, it's been a wild day so far of action here for the Winter Royale semifinals. We actually have our winner of match 2 online to talk to him about it. We got Shaky. Shaky, what's shaking? You like that? You like that?
What's up?
How you doing?
Go ahead. I'm doing good.
So what? I guess let's talk about what your game plan was in match 2. Also, most importantly, match 1. Like, what did you want to kind of change up going into match 2?
Honestly, match 1, I was kind of stuck on loot. Like, I had a white SMG, a white burst, and then I kind of messed up on rotating early. And then I rotated late and I got punished for it. So the second game, I decided to rotate early. And then the rest is just keeping high ground, just beaming people down low. Other than that, it's just my heart's beating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just, it was there. Yeah.
I totally get that. Now, as far as the update is concerned, we now have the Stormwing in play. We also have the Infinity Blade that's in action as well. But let's talk about the Stormwing. What has been the general consensus for yourself of like, okay, how should I deal with these Stormwings that are flying around us? Are you looking to try and pick them down, or are you just letting them do their own thing?
No, if they shoot at me, I'm gonna beam them down.
I respect that.
There's like 2 planes that came into me and then they got beamed and they kind of died later on. But honestly, I'm always trying to like kill them, or I'm honestly trying to eliminate them from the game because it's kind of annoying. But other than that, I'm just grateful for Epic Games to give me this opportunity, you know?
Well, and speaking of opportunity, I mean, you're here now. You just won match 2. Big moment for you. What has your journey been like in this, in competitive Fortnite, but also as a creator? Because I peeped the camera setup and the microphone, so I know that you're out there trying to, making some content and stuff. What's that journey been like for you, man?
It's been rough. My mother's been forcing me to go to work, go to school, go back to school because I took a year off. But me personally, I think I have a talent for Fortnite and I want to pursue it. And I think all of the kids out there, they should, if they're talented and they want to pursue something, go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I respect that so much, man. Shaky, thank you for your time. Looking forward to seeing you in match 3 and beyond. And hey, man, best of luck to you, bud.
All right, man. Thank you. Take it easy, guys.
All right, you have a good one. All right, so that was Shaky, and I could speak, and I think both of us can speak from experience. You and I both come, I like to say we're the Boricua contingent here. We both come from New York City. We know the struggle. We know what it's like, and when there's a thing you just want to do because you're passionate about it, you care about it, and you feel like you have the talent, you got to go for it.
Yeah, no, I can resonate with them. But hey, your mom's not wrong either, right? You gotta still work. You got, I don't want to. You can't get away from that one. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta be responsible when it comes down to content creation. And there's no one to say you can't do it all. So don't ever feel limited. And like you said, believe in yourself. You came out and you just dominated against. This is the top, 200 in the region. You're showing that you got something to prove here, and you're proving it.
And I think for the Fortnite community at large, you should look at these 200 players that have qualified and made it to this point and really look to learn from them. There's so much talent that is out there, and the format and the way that players compete, the open format of this competition, which makes it so much more amazing, by the way.
This is the toughest competition to date so far.
Yes.
You really have to go through the gauntlet, and it's not even over because this is the qualifier for the finals, right? So they're still fighting out here, and they're fighting to be the top 100 in the world or in the NA region, and I mean, they're putting up a show.
Yeah, and we have been thoroughly entertained so far. We hope that you guys have been as well. Make sure you you're out there using that hashtag Winner Royale and getting social about it on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Let us know, who do you want to see going in to match number 3. Make sure you tweet at myself at GoldenBoyFTW, at MonsterDface. Let us know. Maybe we'll make it happen. Maybe we'll make your dreams come true.
That's
Believe in the
who do
Boricua
you want
contingent.
to? Who do you want to see, guys? Let's keep painting this picture. I'm happy to see Vivid kind of step up there. Another thing I want to touch on is Shaky recognizing a mistake when, you know, early rotations, and he addresses it. In the next game, he just fixes his problems and then becomes better as time progresses. People always ask, how do you get better as a player? You have to recognize your own mistakes and then work on them.
My player to watch is Nav, because
Nav has been insane.
Nav has been insane, but I think he got a little overzealous at the end there.
I mean, you have to. When you're putting up elims like that, you just got to put that pedal.
He could have been in a position to maybe get a victory royale.
True.
And instead, he just dive-bombed right in, got just handed.
You know, maybe he's earned so many points so far, he kind of feels like, hey, I made it already, you know? Like,
That's fair.
You know, he's probably saving the win cards for the day of.
I respect that.
We'll see.
All right. Well, match 3, folks, is about to begin, and the bus is leaving from the, like more on that western side from south to north.
Yeah, this is a good bus here. It's going to split the map straight up the middle, allowing all players to have access to every single POI, kind of fair and square. And, you know, when you have the map like this, everything is at your, you know, your disposal. You can pick wherever you want to land. And it looks like Polar Peak has a couple players there. Again, Nice is going to get contested this time around.
We got to go to Nice. I has to be
if
Nice.
Nice is there, of course,
if
right?
Nice is there.
I would assume so. It looks like he's kind of committed to the Infinity Blade
There
here.
he is.
And he's going to be the first to pick it up. He has to build this time around because he knows the player there. He's going straight for the dive.
He's going for it. Let's follow Nice. Player's going to be right there. That guy is just, he is sweating so hard. Listen, that was a stink bomb. That wasn't gas.
Yeah. There's so much pressure, he just let one go right there. And he has to get out of there. And now he's on his tail.
He's hunting him down. He gets 75 out of it, and that is going to be the elimination.
Good. Early game.
Yes.
It's so good. You have limited ammunition against the players you're going against. If you're not going there for the Infinite Blade, I think you don't land there at all.
And that was Spectro. That was Spectral who fell on that. I agree. If there's just no reason for you to go there.
Oh, the sword. Oh, okay. So the Infinity Blade slid off the cliff here, and that's why he was looking down like, no. Kind of lost it, but I think he's probably looking to go back and pick it up because this loadout is not very good. I wouldn't stick with this loadout. And I'm not sure if he knows this, but you can't build here. I think that's why he's contemplating the jump down. He probably, in his mind, thinks it disappeared, but he didn't realize it just slipped right off that cliff.
And because of where we are with the snow and everything being so white,
really hard
it's hard to see that blue aura from the Infinity Blade because that thing goes really high up. You kind of saw it briefly there. But onwards, though, to Takata, who is hanging out by Happy Hamlet, one of the new areas that was introduced in this latest update.
Yeah, Happy Hamlet, the southernmost POI in the map, loaded with chests. Each building pretty much has about a chest to its own, and you know, when you have players here, it's somewhat of a close quarter fight, similar to Tilted Tower, so you got to be very careful as far as where you take your battles. But Nessie looking to open up the shell here, that grenade launcher,
and he knows.
He has 6 stinkers, so this is really good for aggro push here. I think he's going to continue this push. He wants this one.
He wants this elimination. He knows there's an opportunity. The player's going to be above him.
Good tracking skills here. He's going to recognize the player's going for that high ground. Now he's just listening. There it is. Why he breaks out.
Oh,
almost catches him
right in front of him. He didn't even expect that. He was building outward, and then this player just pops up right in his face. By the way, in the feed, Vivid is out, and Sofa is out. So very, very shocking there. But onwards, though, as we continue to focus on this battle between Lunzi and this particular player right above him. He's going to use those stinks to try
I like how he's using these stinkers in this battle here. He's using them to really just push this player down, recognizing that he doesn't have to build all the way up. He has other plays to make here. And look, he's just dominating this field. Takata just backs off. He doesn't want any part of it.
Yeah. Because you don't know how many stinks he has.
Yeah, and Luna's just chipping him down little by little. He's only used 2, so you know he has at least 1 more. He just doesn't want to get hit by it.
Dude, Luna's just hunting. He's looking for him, and you got to be careful not to get a little ahead of yourself, but
it's definitely how you walk into you know, a bad situation. But using the stinkers to pin him down, he knows exactly where this player's at all times because when you get those hit markers. And now look, he has to heal.
He owns the wall now.
You can see right in it. Nice little play there. Nice
Right in front of him.
So big.
Oh, and he took so much damage from that one. And now Loon is going to be pushed, but Takada's going to be very weak as well.
He made the mini play, though, so he's got some shields again. He's going to make this re-push. I mean, after you commit that much to the battle, you have to get it here. We have Takada's vision as well now, seeing his perspective. He's up top, just trying to get his little bandages off. It's not going to be enough. Here comes the break from the roof. It's just like a cat and mouse game here.
This has just been the hunt. Clearly, this is
talking high-level Fortnite maneuver here. These guys are on the run, trying to bait him in.
The grenade launcher is going to force him out. He knows he has to move over to the right, maybe expecting him to probably be like hanging out like just on that ledge there, but he hears him moving around.
He is trying to bait him into a bad situation, and Takada's probably going to catch Luna with a heavy shot here. He only needs to connect one time. He does not there. They're both whiffing their shots. He's got to connect a little bit better than that.
And he has no more resources to mess around with as well, but he's going to be able to put some damage down and not stay alive.
Close.
As that fight that felt like it went on for an eternity.
HP was what Loon was left with, but he manages to connect just in time to get the heal off. Anyone's ball game there. That's what happens when you chase down. He was looking for the opportunity. He almost had it.
With how long that fight went.
Very long.
If that was me in that, or even you, or anyone, I know a lot of people are watching at home saying, I would have gotten third-partied already.
Yeah. But, you know,
they were the only two in Happy Hamlet.
Lucky for them, they kind of worked out. And it looks like, just taking a look at the world map here, there is no one down in the south. What's the southwest side of the map? It's just super spacious. Looks like Tilted Tower is extremely congested here. At least 4 players in the area.
On board with Innocence, yeah.
Under pressure by Dynamite here. He does have a stinker. Is he going to use it and then pick up that Dynamite to his left?
He also wants to get that gold pump. Gold pump.
He's looking to connect here. I like how Salt's really cooking up these Dynamites so that when he chucks it, very little reaction time is left for Innocence to make a move here.
And you got to hear that. The audio cue.
Oh, yeah, it's very loud. You know when it's coming at you.
Because you know when it's being dropped, because you hear it kind of clink a little bit, like clink, 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 like that. But then you also need to recognize that he's been cooking it for a long time. But Ninja now.
Ninja looking for that wall replace here. Ninja notorious for using boogie bombs, by the way. He's just known for it. Also known for connecting a shot. Very nicely done there.
That was a good shot from Ninja.
Landing a chunky 109. Player goes down. Well played. Here we still have that standoff, so it looks like Innocence manages to catch a really good shot on Assault's below him because Assault is now in the run. Innocence with 1 elimination, which caps him off at 100 shield here. This is his battle to win here, but he did hear a trap. Doesn't even matter.
Innocence.
Nicely done.
He knew that was his opportune moment.
Pretty much.
Because of that, he just jumped on it.
Yeah, we talk about being hyper-aggressive can, backfire. He must have walked into a really crazy shot in Tilted, and that's kind of what happens when you're being aggressive like that. You don't know when your loadout's out.
All right, well, the fun continues as we move on. We got the FPS here. Haven't really seen much of him. Nice is out of this. Some storm.
No, he was eliminated by Nice. Nice is still going off with the Infinity Blade.
He is!
And now he's on FPS. He only has to connect 1 time. Here it is!
That is so frustrating for FPS to deal with there.
Nice soul snatching with the Infinity Blade here. Now on 3 eliminations. He's even going for a plane.
He's got the sword in the plane!
He's got the Stormwing. He's out of here. He's going to dive on you.
This is Highlander to another level.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this strategy. Look at his resource count. He's capped out, by the way. He is dive bombing players, hopping out, and just putting on a beating.
This is the ideal. This is the ideal loadout. Ideal situation, not even loadout.
Exactly, situation, right? You want a Stormwing. Nice is putting this to work here. I like the guts that he's bringing to the table right now.
Nice. And what's been great about the Infinity Blade, it has been owned by Nice.
Yeah, Nice has claimed it, right? You guys use that word a lot.
And this thing just came out in Nice. He probably had a game plan coming into the Winter Royale semifinals. He's like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then Epic just dropped this Infinity Blade. He says, all right, never mind. Everything goes out. Yeah. We're going for the blade, boys. Gets ownership of the wall.
God tries to make the quick, cheeky play there. It connects to YouTube Scented. Scented goes down. FH to God, that hand cannon. He almost had the wall. He lost it. And that little surprise counter at it Almost got him back. And look,
Nice going in.
Nice is looking for 2 elims here. He dives right in, misses the dive in.
Oh.
There it is, breaking walls now.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So weak, and he's gonna get.
You cannot hide from this man right now. If you are battling someone, Nice is coming in to take you down.
And he still has the Stormwing.
It's healthy, mind you. And there it is. He's out of here. He can't pick anything up. He's just leaving loot around the map.
Surely these players are now recognizing, maybe, just maybe, we don't let Nice get the Infinity Blade uncontested, because this is the capability of that particular weapon.
That's right. Ty manages to pull off a Chug Jug here, and now he's got Dynamite to bring down this build. He's trying to expose everyone.
5 elims for Nice.
5 elims leading here, looking for a big bonus. He's going to make history today. Will he make history today of being a big bonus with the Infinity Blade? That'd be crazy.
That would just be ridiculous.
I'm down.
Tynox is getting
I'm down
beat.
to see a double digit.
He's in this quad. He's going to have to get away from this one.
Whoa.
Oh, well,
Loses
okay.
control there. Okay.
All right, you know, maybe someone didn't pass their class of driver's ed. It's okay. You know, they didn't really do much ATK or quad crasher training in the DMV. I totally understand that.
I thought Voyo, I thought someone managed to pull off the Chug Jug, but it looks like he's got an extra one here. He's got loads of heals, so he can kind of chill in the storm for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, let the
He's
game
getting
Anthony.
beat.
He's not trying to let that happen. Here it is. This
Anthony
is
goes
really
to
good for
100
him.
too. I think that play. I think he had a
wonder-
med kit as well.
He's probably going to use the Chug Jug in the storm and then just kind of rotate out. And here it is. Nice back in the action. He's in the 1-by-1 with Uzi, just shredding this player down. He's now at 6 limbs. Next one's going to activate big bonus. I think he knows Ipon's nearby. There must have been something going on here. He targeted this player for a reason. Nice has been just, showing the tendency to dive on players that are in the heat of the moment.
Oh, and 7EO.
7EO might have made a huge mistake shooting at him.
Or is it
Nice is
TO?
going to come this way. It could be TOTV.
I like that. 7EO sounds pretty awesome too. Here's a replay. This is going to be
The strat, dude. He jumps right off. You know what's crazy about it? You don't know he has, the Infinity Blade when he's coming in.
Oh, you don't see the giant glowing sword that happens to be wielded by this particular individual with the cat ears? No?
Oh, gosh. There it is. Got to
cut the
build to
Stormwing
defend
down.
himself here. Yeah, as long as he has a Stormwing, he's got the power of mobility for sure. There it is, opening up the shell here so he can make this move here. Parallel Ando, if he makes a shot at Nice, Nice is going to come for you.
Just can't. Nice.
So Nice doesn't want to battle anyone in the air. He only wants to take on these ground warriors.
Exactly. And FH to God won't be able to stay alive. Tynox, who was, questionable driving from him, but not questionable shots. That is going to net him his second elimination, but he's going to be taking some shots and won't be able to stay alive.
Tynox really working out for him, holding down that storm line, pushing players out. He's going to catch 2 elims. That's pretty big. I think with 2 elims, it's going to bump him up as far as total, standings go. So far, he's up there now. One more just shy of getting a point.
Legedy in here.
Nice still sitting at 6 eliminations as well.
Found it.
Those
He
of you
hasn't
guys
found his
interested?
elim yet.
Yeah, he's just flying around right now. He's on the hunt, though. We'll see if he manages to catch someone soon.
Oh, man.
Salty Springs looking like it's going to be the congested area and the place to be. And honestly, Salty's a perfect place to bring your Infinity Blade, and I think Nice realizes, because he knows players are going to be inside.
Oh, no.
Look at him go, dude. Hello.
High-risk Britter has no
nice
idea.
counter. That's a great counter, though, putting down the trap like that.
He's defending forever.
If you let him in, oh, he's going to break everything.
Oh.
You got mats, he doesn't care, dude.
Yeah, you can defend, you can put down your traps.
I mean, with that dash like that, he's just breaking it all down. That's already 2 traps done. He probably doesn't even have any more.
It doesn't. Nice looks up, tries
This
to
is
get the cut.
insane.
And this player's trying to defend him as much as he can, trying to hold his ground.
He's doing a great job. He's pinging him down. I mean, the other players really have to get in this, but they're being so passive. There it is. Nice decides, you know what? Okay, we're going to chill, make ourselves a little spot here. I'll catch you. He's going to come back, yeah. You know he's
I'll be
here.
watching, waiting. And
So I
Iris Brenner is so, he was so worried.
You know, honestly, if Exer brings attention to him, he's pretty much one shot to Nice as well, so that's probably why no one's contesting him right now.
And as he stands, too, he gets that passive heal.
Yeah, that's exactly why he's just chilling right now. He's getting his HP up. He's going to make this play, and he'll come for you. I think he kind of already realized that he can make an edit and probably swing through it as well. These are the strats, man. And here's Symphony floating around, just trying to, bide himself some time to make it to that end game. Not even looking to contest other pilots at the moment. You want to keep your Stormwing as healthy as possible.
This has just been
with
madness.
every second is just healing stronger and stronger.
New mythic weapon that has been introduced this morning.
The best part about this is, like, you obviously always know there's someone nearby you, right? But nearby you with an Infinity Blade. Yeah. That is what you don't expect.
75 damage it does per hit.
Look at his material. Like, I can't believe he's so loaded.
Yeah, he'll be okay. And as he gets eliminations, if he uses materials, let's say, he'll just get more.
I'm waiting for him to hit
materials.
200 HP for shield and for him to just hop out of here like the Hulk. He's going to go crazy soon, watch. He's just waiting for his HP pool to just completely max out. And I think he's going right back. He's aiming at that player.
He wants
there
him.
it is.
He wants him. He's right in front of him.
Ya.
And he's going to get it. That is the 7th elimination onto high-risk Britter. And Nice is going to be in that big bonus territory.
Activating big bonus. Every single elimination after this is going to get him a point.
Oh, man. That is just
loving
rough.
this right now. Nice has finally found his groove in Game 3 here, showcasing that the Infinity Blade is powerful.
Nice, I take back my tweet from earlier today when you responded and said, lol, okay.
Okay.
I take it back, my dude. I'm so sorry. How did I ever doubt you?
All right, so Pistola floating around now. He's taking shots in the sky here. I'm not really sure what he's up to. Oh, he's trying to ping players or something here.
You're just waiting it out.
What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8, close to 10 vehicles in the air at the moment.
So many storm wings flying above, and people are just kind of taking pot shots at each other, not really looking to land anything.
You don't want to commit too much because that'll get you super hard targeted.
I don't think anyone wants to be that guy, you know, who takes the shots and then they're like, oh, you know what? Never mind. Shoot down Pistola.
Pistola's vehicle looks like it's starting to smoke just a little bit there. You have Wigs in the air, Mitro in the air, Ghoul here.
42 players still standing in match 3 of Heat-1 for the North American semifinals. We've had some great games so far.
Not that it's been a problem, but if we do hit the Storm Surge for players that haven't really damaged other players, they're going to start taking damage for being alive this long.
Exactly, because they clearly haven't been doing that much damage.
They're just floating around at the moment. Here's another Elim for, might be an Elim for Nice. We'll see what happens. We've seen the, yeah, that's the Elim. That's an Exer right there.
That's going to give him 1 additional point.
So I had to put the big question up on that because the last time we had someone showcase, we thought it was going to be a point in favor of the player, and it was actually the opposite.
7EO, he's going to shoot down one of the Storm Wings there.
7EO also getting some good shots on that player as he's coming down, so now that was no shield for him. Saw him still flying around as well. The air game is vicious.
They just want to stay alive as long as possible. But I just don't know if there's a lot of value. Is this again? Oh, poor thing.
Gosh.
Oh, God bless.
Just like that.
Ziv.
Destroy Ziv.
Oh, I feel so bad for you.
Looking to make history in the solo format today. He's at 9 eliminations.
I think Nice is he just has a point.
He's just dancing.
He wants a point to prove.
He's already done that.
Don't let me get the Infinity Blade. That's essentially what he's saying here. Nice is in a position that he can win this game.
I mean, the best part about holding on to the Infinity Blade for endgame is your rotations are virtually perfect.
Yes, but when it gets down to the final few circles, you don't have a lot of real estate to mess around with. So if he jumps out inadvertently, he's going to get chunked for so much damage, and they're going to punish you.
Right.
So there comes a point in time where in this moment, yes, the damage is done. You've gotten the points, Nice. Now, maybe you start contemplating, maybe not this circle, but the next one, dropping the Infinity Blade.
We just watched
getting
him
yourself a kit because he doesn't have anything in his inventory.
He just came out of Rift somehow. I don't even know what happened. Did he make the Rift play and pick up the... That was crazy.
At this point,
oh, no! Talking about Savage Production Team, Ronaldo just takes out Ninja with a side shot there. Well, they're
caught me off guard. Every replay we've had has been an elimination for the person we've been watching. You said Ninja gets clothesline from hell on the right side.
Exactly, that's what we talk about.
Good old WWE reference for you guys out there.
Well played there. Oh, poor Ninja.
Nice.
Ear must be ringing after that one. Here's Psalm
The
he somehow lost his vehicle.
The Psalm, no.
No, he doesn't know. Of course he doesn't.
Doesn't know that he's below him with the Infinity Blade.
So this is about time where players start losing the storm ring because the zone is really tight. The storm zone is very, very close. You don't want to be in the air anymore. Now you want to kind of touch down and get this high ground. That's what they all seem to be doing.
8 seconds before.
This Pistola is still alive as well.
Got a lot of big names still standing in this game. As we go over to It's Diggy.
Diggy's been showing his fair share of dominance on the field. We've seen him catch a couple elims. He's chilling at 3 right now.
Ouch. And he doesn't have shields. He doesn't have shields to be able to pop himself and bring him back in. He does have that med kit, though, so he can use that one to give him a little bit of that HP advantage.
Zexro still alive. Landjock up at the bottom on the right-hand side, too. Now being contested by Prodigy and Ghoul. Here's Pistola still alive. It's the grappler.
3 eliminations that Pistola has. That gives him 1 point.
We might see our first taste of Storm Surge sometime soon. This is 30 players alive.
If Neese can actually take out Pistola right now. Oh, he just goes for it and he rotates out.
That's where you got to use it for, these easy rotations. And if someone wants to contest you, you make them pay.
You have to have heard that. If you or any of these players around, you have to have heard this. Just
the Infinity Blade
just fly out. But also, too, because it's so new, maybe players are just not all that familiar with the audio cue of it. But here's Pistola, who got the elimination on Air Cool, giving him that 3rd elim that we had saw. And here goes 7EO flying in.
Oh man, this HP pool on 7EO is not good at all.
He
40
needs
HP.
picks.
He needs to dive on someone now or start putting on some pressure. Pistola showing that he's still in the game here. 3 eliminations, leading on the zones. Got Grappler, he's sitting high in the sky. He's doing really good here. Monstiar also on the rotation. Here's Tiger. Gets taken out by Diggy. Diggy's on the move now. He's got another player in front of him.
He's got to be careful here as he builds his way up. Player's going to be right above him. 2 players actually going to be sitting over right in front of Diggy as it currently stands, though. Diggy, as we're on board with him, just trying to get some kind of build advantage.
Yeah, I like what he was trying to do, but realizing that he had limited mats, he stopped pursuing the high ground. Now he's just looking for a quick elim here, which he has to get to replenish resources.
Yeah, you want resources, you want some HP. Player's going to be right in front of him now. Diggy goes for it.
So much opportunity in front of him. He's hitting shots, but just not enough to confirm the elim.
And he has to be so careful not to step outside of the storm.
Player's
right here. In front. It's going to be Monster. That's going to bring him up right back over to 90 HP, 76 on the shields.
Plus
and he's going to get the resources.
Replenished. That's 100 wood, 50 stone, and 50 metal. Neese still alive.
Still going. Oh, what do you even do? Neese is low. If anyone goes low, he's just going to chop him up.
And he's also healing as time goes on, so he is in no rush to get into battle anymore. If you step to him, Diggy,
has no idea.
You're going to pay for it. Oh, Neese decided to just break down builds here.
But he does get hit for a little bit. Good thing for him, though, is he has so much HP to work with.
It seems like Neese was actually saved. There was a player below him who just gets destroyed by Diggy, actually, again. They're all hugging up on one another here. Diggy looking for some shots. There's a player right nearby him. He's going to make the edit.
1 more for that 7 points, for the 7 eliminations that he can get here, where he starts to lock in that big bonus.
Oh, he goes for the edit there. Almost makes it.
Oh, this is getting very, very risky here. And you hear that Infinity Blade as well. Neese
still alive, breaking through everything.
That's gonna be number 9, number 10 for Neese with the Infinity Blade.
Bye-bye, Vix right there.
2 players in front.
Neese is still going.
2 players in front of him. He can get 12.
And there it is. He is just chopping through everything.
He has 400 freaking HP, people.
Also has materials to go as well, because with every elimination, he gets replenished just a little bit more. Zexro at the high ground. He is not going to be safe when Neese catches wind of these players up here.
And Diggy in a really weird position
Diggy
right below.
Manages to burn all of his resources somehow, unfortunately. Traps going off here.
And he doesn't have anything to build up. This is it. This is the final.
Zexro cannot get hit by the storm. He has to full commit here. He's going for the Infinity Blade. Zexro turns things around. 7 eliminations. Just like that.
7 eliminations for Zexro, but Neese copped 10 elims from that game.
My gosh.
Even though he had the HP pool to work with, again, you're in that moment where there's not a lot of room to work with. He was kind of out there Chicken with his head cut off.
You got to time the battles, and Nice was doing so, like, he was literally perfectly executing.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, he made it all the way to the end. He put up a crazy performance with the Infinity Blade, but Zextra to time that from 3 HP?
And between the
Incredible.
top 3 players, by the way, what was it, 24 eliminations, and I don't know if you guys heard, but I can't do math, but our production team can, and they were able to make that one happen. Let's take a look at the final moments there from that game, because there were some crazy plays. You had Nice with the Infinity Blade still in the game. He was just swinging away, but Zextro, he smelled opportunity, connects with the shots, with that
all you see is
epic assault rifle
on the epic assault rifle connecting to the head. I mean, incredible day for Zextro. Gets picked up by TSM, gets a victory here, virtually qualifying himself for grand finals. One of the only players to cross-region qualify.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So, Nice made a point.
Oh, yeah, he sure did.
I wonder what happens in match 4, because this is going to be very interesting to see how this all develops as the heat continues. But let's go over to Sundown, though, who has our top 3 plays, and I have a feeling we know what some of the good ones are.
What's up, everyone? I'm Sundown here again, and those first 3 games were absolutely incredible. What I'm going to do is touch on some of the highlights you might have seen from the first 3 and break them down a little bit. So I know last week you guys were familiar with our Ghost story, so break out the marshmallows again. We have another one. Ghost Aiden showing off that the controller gang isn't just a Euro trend for Ghost, and absolutely popping off in the first game. He is no stranger to fighting inside Tilted Towers, formerly known as Aiden Towers, or currently known as Aiden Towers as well, but popping off with an impressive 8 elims and just being aggressive. We see a lot of people hanging out in the Stormwings, but he's down on the ground level and even eliminated his companion, Ghost Bizzle. Just absolutely incredible play from him throughout the entirety of the game. Aggression, nonstop. You see him going forward. You see him looking to find the other players, and look at that every single time. If he gets an inch, he will take an absolute mile against you. You see Spades playing super defensive. Aiden does not care. He is going down. He is dropping into that 1-by-1, and he is going to make you pay for it every single time. And just look how aggressive he is on the top, dropping straight down, making sure he has the edit in, and that's actually on Spades to not close that off. And you see here, playing that low ground, dropping those AR rounds in, no stranger to the turtle fights as well. Knows when to peaks. That was number 6. Here's him picking up number 7. Again, dropping in. He's able to dodge out those 2 traps. They were on either side, so he had to get back above it. It was just absolutely incredible. And again, dropping around on that low ground, just you couldn't have asked for a better performance from him in game 1. Now, game 2, someone you might not have heard before. A lot of people like to meme on the TTV, by the way, but Nav on Twitch showing off that he's one of the best Stormwing pilots we've had so far. He's not playing super defensive with it. He's actually going at other people and looking to use it to set up elimination plays. But he can also get it done outside of the Stormwing as well. So you see him playing aggressive here on Creo, able to get it done. Just forcing him out with the stink, and Creo has absolutely nothing he can do. Nav dictates the entire situation, forces him in, and is able to put him down. And then you see here, this is what you really want to come for. The Stormwing play from him has been absolutely incredible. You see he is already on 3 elims, and he is not just flying around, he is looking to go at you, and boom. That was the elim we were looking for, actually hitting the other pilot out of it, getting that 50 damage on hit. It was just absolutely incredible. And I mean, game 3, you can't be surprised, right? It's Nice. Nice with the Infinity Blade, the story. We see him go for it game 1, see him go for it game 2, not quite paying off, but game 3, boy, did it pay off in huge dividends. So he's able to grab it out right there and immediately go and punish the other player who looks to get there on Polar Peak. I don't know why you're going Polar Peak if you're not looking for it, because Nice has shown just how strong it can be. As Golden Boy was talking about, that limited amount of ammunition, it makes you extremely vulnerable early, and Nice is just absolutely able to punish. I don't know why Spectre is there contesting, because Nice has shown that he is playing a hack and slash game while other people are playing a third-person shooter, and he is just having no issue with it whatsoever. And the thing that really impressed me was his aggression. He was able to utilize the Stormwing to go find these isolated 1- and 2-man fights that he could then pick apart with the Infinity Blade, using that effective HP, the ability to get through builds and leap, and extra speed to really punish down these other players. And he got to pick up elim after elim. He reached that double digits. It was 10, and he made sure that he was able to get across. But most importantly, he was not able to pick up that final victory royale when he ended up going through. But this was the fight we really talked about. This player playing super defensively the entire time, but Nice is just absolutely able to wear down Lamar, and he's just able to utilize that dash to get inside the builds and punish these other players who are unexpecting. And if you're not able, if he gets the drop on you, you're going to go down. If he's the one dictating the situation, it's incredibly difficult for you to do anything about it, as you've seen in these. And he held on to it the entire time, rotating incredibly intelligently and making sure he's in a great spot. So you know what, Nice? I got to rate that a perfect 10 on the performance. Back to you, Golden Boy Monster.
Thank you so much, Sundown. Okay, I like that. You know, perfect 10. You know, we got to have our own cards up here. Yeah. I need give me a marker or something. You know, so get a couple of those. Yeah, I totally agree with Sundown on that one, man. Like. And it wasn't just like he was running in and hacking and just blindly hacking. He was rotating. He was playing the game of competitive Fortnite very well, and it just so happened he had this amazing item with him. You
saw the strategy kind of develop early on. First, he'll push the first player, and then he'll just work his way to that Stormwing, diving on players in the perfect opportunities and capitalizing. Endgame took his time. You even saw him just kind of sit back, heal up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to match 4. But let's look at the standings and where we are.
No surprise there, Nice bullying his way up to first place with a 37 push. That's 37 ranks. He goes all the way to the top. So does Zextra, moving up 15 for second now with 7 points.
A lot of these players, though, very happy to be in the position that they're in. Top 50 move on. You see names like Aiden, the console wonder kid. Wiggs is moved up to 6th place from 9th. Very well done from him. A lot of players actually jumping up to the top 50 here.
We saw Pistola that game really getting it in, picking up some eliminations. That's going to move up 43 ranks right there. So is FH DeGod, Snoods up here. These guys are happy they're in top 50 right now.
But players like 72 Hours,
not so happy. Minus 11 on the ranking, so you really got to step it up.
Yeah, you're going to go down if it keeps going the way that has been going here. And I mean, it's been a wild first 3 games.
Oh yeah,
players that you see the names performing at a high level as expected, but then you also see like these crazy looks that are being thrown out.
I'm happy that not only are the names that we know performing, but new names. Nav, Nice, really getting out there.
Shaky.
And, yeah, exactly. These guys are coming out here and making a name for themselves, and that warms my heart.
Yeah, very cool stuff here. We have a lot of players that are looking to get into the top 50, moving to the finals tomorrow, but we have 2 more games to play here. There's still plenty more Fortnite left to come, so we're going to take a quick break. When we return, matches 4 and 5 and the conclusion of Heat 1. We'll see you on the other side.
your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let me see you all get up. What the heck you waiting for? Ain't nobody out there hating more. It's a shame, but you came, so stop acting lame. Everybody up, get on the floor. Come catch the feeling, run like you're stealing. Look around, now you got nothing to fear in. Take a second, catch your breath to see if it's safe and stop. We got some haters over here, we got some haters over there. We got us people in the middle acting like we just don't care. Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let me see you all get up. Don't make me come over there. Throw you through the ropes just like Ric Flair. I'm to erase that look on your face. I'm gonna get you out your seat, I swear. Come catch the feeling, run like you got nothing to fear in. We got some haters. We got us people in the middle acting like we just don't care. Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let me see you all get up.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Winter Royale semifinals for North America Heat numero uno. Golden Boy, Masu D-Face here as we get ready for match number 4. It has really been a crazy day of Fortnite here with our first 3 games. What a roller coaster in this cable. I'm gonna choke this cable.
Definitely a roller coaster, man.
A roller coaster of emotion. Well, let's take a look at the standings so far. Where are we currently? As it stands, Nice, with that Infinity Blade performance,
That's
found
right.
himself in first place.
Taking them all the way up to the top, showcasing what a mythic rare weapon can do. Definitely one crazy performance if we've ever seen one. Great last game right there.
Yeah.
Zexro, again, showcasing why he deserves to be on TSM.
Yeah, and if you are anyone in this lobby, you kind of have to think about how Polar Peak is
A place to be.
A place to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to allow someone to be able to get that uncontested. I think that's what Sundown had said earlier. If you're going to drop over there and you're not contesting for that Infinity Blade, why? Why even bother?
You probably shouldn't be there. Nice has really dominated that early game with the Infinity Blade. And a lot of people putting up good performances, though, like showing that you don't necessarily need it either to take a victory, too. So
yeah, exactly. And Zexro got the victory Royale at the end. And his first one, and I think we all kind of expected him to perform at the level that he's performing thus far. Match 1 and 2, a little bumpy for him, but
yeah.
At the very least, he can kind of tip his hat to the fact that he was able to get that victory Royale. He's in that discussion, and as it currently stands, he could be very safe to move on for tomorrow, unless something drastic occurs.
It'd be almost impossible. Like, everyone would have to get some crazy points. This is the pre-qualifier, guys. People want to get top 50. That's pretty much the threshold for cutoff to make it to grand finals tomorrow, which is the top 100 in the full NA region.
Yeah, and how was Zexro able to lock down so many points? Well, here's the format and how this competition works for the Winter Royale semifinals. You get 7 eliminations, you pick yourself up 3 points. 5 to 6, you get 2 points. Through to 4, you get 1 point. After 7 eliminations, you get an additional point for each elimination after the fact. So you can get yourself 3 points, and then after that, what, 8 becomes 4 and 9, and in math and in numbers are hard. So there you have it as far as eliminations are concerned. But then you also have the bonus for placements.
Right, and you don't shy away from placement. Placement are going to get yourself some good points. So top 10 will get you 1 point. If you can squeeze your way to second and third, you get that 2nd point in Victory Royale. We saw Zexro pull in that last game. That's 3 points. Not to mention he was on 3 HP, which I thought it was all done there. But let's go ahead and talk about these prizes here, because everyone's a winner today.
Yes, they are playing for a lot of cash. $75,000 for first place. That is going to be just $500,000 total. That is just a lot. And I think we talked to Shaky and what that would mean for him, or even Spectro, what that would mean for him to kind of come in, and he's been having a rough time, unfortunately. But that is what these players are playing for. The notoriety to say that you not only are in the top 200 of players in all of competitive Fortnite here in North America, but then to move on to the top 100 as well as playing for that money. Here we go, though. Match number 4. And, you know, I actually like starting with Pistola here because Pistola had an interesting endgame.
Peak, dude. What are all those arrows over there?
Yep.
Are they going for it?
Don't let him have it.
That's right.
He got it 3 times uncontested, and the third time's a charm. He was able to do work with it.
I was going to say, every time he's picked it up, he managed to turn them into some elims. So this time, it looks like he's shying away from picking it up off the bat because of all the players here. He wants to get a weapon now.
Yeah, he wants to get a weapon, but bear in mind, there are not a lot of resources up for grabs in that area, so you got to farm as quickly as you possibly can, and then
and look
make
who's
the fight
there
happen.
to contest them. It's Zexro, Psalm. These are some good players here. And Nice is getting targeted by everyone. No more clout for you, buddy. You're getting tagged up. Someone else wants their shot in the limelight here. He looks like he's going to get hit really low here.
And this is literally what I figured was going to happen. You simply cannot allow this to take place. And here comes Nice. He's looking for this big pot, and Zexro is going to be hanging out outside. He got that big shield potion down.
I think he also managed to get off the med kit, so Nice is back in this. Oh, yeah,
No,
so the shield's up. He doesn't have a lot of HP, though. He does have a med kit. He probably just needs to buy himself a little bit of time. He's also maybe thinking just, like, eyeball that Infinity Blade, and there it is. Zexro catches him.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, the
man.
L dance.
Hey, in credit to Nice for doing what he needed to do in Game 3. Because of that, now he is in a great position.
He's good.
For matches 4 and 5 to move on. You kind of got to rethink now what you're going to be doing because everyone's going for Polar Peak. If Zexro gets his hands, though, on this, I would be very scared.
Look at Ericool just kind of looking out from the backside here. He does not want to give this away for free. Zexro fully committing at this point here.
Nope.
No, he's getting targeted by both sides.
No.
He tries to pull it out. He gets destroyed.
That's the number 1 and number 2 out of this game.
Yeah, that's what happens. I like that, though. You know, a little like Zexro's like, hey, we made it. Let's have some fun, dude. You want to go for that? Let's see who's going to get it, me or you. I mean, Zexro wins a little
Monster,
fight
that's
there.
number 1 and 2. Because you went for the shenanigans.
Yeah,
you went for the shenanigans, and you paid dearly for it.
So I think Psalm now kind of realizing that it might just be him and this other player here.
That's the sound of the player picking it up.
Oh, that is the sound of someone trying to pick it up, and it's out.
Now he's kind of exposed himself here.
Psalm, get out of there, brother.
Oh, no.
Ericool is on his way here. And, I mean, he's hurt. He's got low ground.
Yeah, he took some damage. Ericool, he's going to be on
Psalm is going toe-to-toe.
And there you go.
It's
the
his
Sax
dance.
Man. Oh, man.
His sword now, so he's going to pick it up here and start his regeneration process. His HP already doubling up to 200 now. There it is. Psalm is the Infinity Blade winner.
Let's see what Psalm can do. He's I think he was match 1 winner, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, match 1 winner.
All right, so here it is. We have Innocence back into the tower, showing that he's been battling for this time battling for this area for quite some time against Aiden. Ooh, little fake out right there.
Oh!
I like that.
Aiden did not expect that. He came around the corner and even
the taunts are real.
But what's insane is that Aiden had right-hand advantage on that fight.
First of all, hold up. What was Vivid doing? There was no sidewall. Okay, so the player was in the container. I was tripping for a second like, Vivid, just step to the side. What's up with the taunts, though? Everyone's just like dancing on one another.
There's no one.
So savage.
There's no chill in this lobby.
No chill right now. HEAT-1 is insane.
Everyone in Heat 2 is probably looking at this and they're like, oh boy, we're in for one heck of a ride.
Probably looking to change up the game plan here, that's for sure. All right, so Blue T getting a little bit of farm on here. There is a player in a Storm Ring kind of cruising on by, but he doesn't care at all about that. 40% resource buff is going to allow him to really max out here or get high up and comfortable.
Uzi versus Jacoby. Jacoby's going to be very low on HP, and Jacoby is out of here.
Yeah, there's no way he was going to win that battle. Uzi just coming right on from the top down. Doesn't even make an edit to reveal that he was there. He just makes a clean hit.
Jay Saturn, nice edit there. He's going to jump right into the action. Doesn't have a trap to be able to try and stop him. And
close. Aspire wins the trade there with a lot of comfortability. Over 100 HP in the pool, 50 plus for the Elim. Then, of course, he gets resources as well. Oh, so Som's being pressured by Snood here. Som does have the Infinity Blade. Snood knows he cannot step into this player, but he also cannot stay here. It's one of those things. So Som can break this entire build down right now.
If he wants to, he could just tear it to pieces.
He can bring this player to the low ground. He's trying to bait him towards him now. There it is. Snood has got to
hear it though. You have to hear that audio. There's no. It's so profound. It's that like that kind of glowing sound. You know something's not right.
Yep. Oh, and it's Loon overhead, and Lunez is really showing that he's a dominator in this field as well. Last game he had some pretty dope engagements and won some battles. He's got a heavy AR. That's heavy H.
Loon is out in the open.
Damage.
If Som wanted to move onto Loon,
dude, Som's on 3 Elims. He must have picked one up on the way. He's already got himself a point.
Probably.
Hey, Loon says, "Hey, that's the Infinity Blade. Yeah, I'm out of here, brother."
I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like a thing that I don't like.
Snood. Love Snood.
I respect that. When in doubt, run away. It's okay.
I can't believe he's contesting this right now. Oh, and there it is, the dive in from Som. Som now breaking everything here, looking to make him burn his materials. And remember, the longer Snood waits, the more Som heals. Okay, Som recognizing that, hey, maybe this guy's pretty good. Let's back up here.
Yeah, I think
the Storming just came in too and just kind of beamed up Snood's builds.
Kind of wild that Som with 400 HP did not take a fight because of the respect that he had for Snood there. But here's Nav again, and Nav, oh.
Mitro just barely getting out of there with the launch pad play. Launch pad broken as well. Double Stormwing bully right there. And here's Ronaldo looking to bring down this build here. Is there someone up top? No, he's trying to free up the Stormwing.
Yeah, he wants to take to the skies once again.
So Ronaldo's now 1 elimination.
Got good materials as well, maxed out on brick as well as metal.
This is so far setting up to be a centralized zone, so everyone is slowly but surely working their way towards the middle of the map so far. Of all the, storm circles we've seen so far, this one's the fairest, bringing everyone dead center so far.
Yeah. Some activity in Wailing Woods. You got some players that are just going to be west of Lonely Lodge.
I just can't believe the amount of people that depend on using the Storming now to hold that high ground. Tiger says no, not today. He's going to hurt every single vehicle that comes by his way. He's got a really nice loadout, man. He's set up for endgame here. Yeah,
wow. He had a couple slurps. He had some small shields as well. Another one set up real nice is Loon, who has so much shields to work with, as well as the escape utility if he needs to. Does get tagged up, though. That's going to be the elimination on Yohani. It's going to bring his shields back up and instantly gets tagged. So because of that, not able to take full advantage of it, but will top himself off with a decent amount of potions that he has on his person.
Yeah, that's right. Pops that quick big pot. Nolan now in the river rotation. Really terrible spot to be rotating from. And here's that map zone we talked about. Pretty much center. This is fair and square for most players.
Yeah.
No one is really on the eastern side of the map except for that one lonely guy over by retail. So he's not going to get contested at all. He's going to have some time to material gather. And it looks like there's shots being fired just outside of Tilted. There's a battle going on by Loot Lake and whatnot.
Yeah, there's just a lot of activity by Loot Lake. That's where it's all going to come down to. You have some players that are lingering on the outside.
Man, Lazy Links is heavily congested as well. I saw about 4 or 5 players just sitting there.
I've seen a lot of players start to really make Lazy Links their home. Oh, a little bit. Oh, that was actually very well done. He went to the wing of the plane and then put down the damage with his assault rifle.
Right.
Nice play there from Landjock.
Landjock showcasing that he's had enough time with the Stormwing to be comfortable with it.
It's been cool to see players also use the Stormwing and heal up, like just fly straight up, heal up if they need to. That's been cool.
That's the thing about the Stormwing, man. You got a lot of plays to make with it. It gives you a lot of variety as far as your options go. And here's Crypto under pressure, replacing those panels above him. don't want your enemy having control of that. That'll work against you. FH to God looking to put more pressure here. He already picked up one Elim on a player that was nearby. Bizu finding himself an Elim in the feed. Nam finding himself an Elim in the feed.
Stormwing shots from above. You saw the... Yeah, there it is again.
Oh, Crypto now raining down fire from this high ground as well.
Playing right toward that edge of the circle there. When the storm converges in, he just has to move just a tad and he'll be okay.
Yeah, he's looking to push players out. He doesn't want to give anyone a free, easy rotation right through this valley here. He's forcing players to use builds and or go over him.
And that's kind of the same plan that FH Dagata is doing here as well,
That's right.
Just pick off players on the rotation if they're trying to get a little ambitious.
Here's Aspire. Dusty Divot now looking to go center map just a little bit more. He's got to get to the zone here. Aspire so far having a good game. He's won some fair engagements and trades here. He's got to be feeling confident.
And a good loadout, too. Set up nicely with materials. Scoreboard look for the moment. Psalm, 3 eliminations for him. And I believe Psalm still has that Infinity Blade.
Yeah. Man,
hasn't quite had the Nice performance yet.
Hey,
you
wait
know?
till endgame. If he makes it with that, he's probably going to turn up and create a lot of mayhem, that's for sure. The amount of destructive power behind the dive feature, right?
In a format like what we're seeing with the Winter Royale, having the Stormwing and the Infinity Blade just diving in, chopping up some people. Like, a lot of people are probably just going to look at it and say, like, the Infinity Blade was the only reason why he was able to do that. And yes, you can make that argument perfectly fine, but he was able to just easily maneuver around the map because of the Stormwing.
Yeah.
So he had the perfect mixture.
Yeah, perfect recipe for rotations and damage,
no
that's for sure. Crypto looking to catch a little cheeky shot here. Misses the edit opportunity, though. So a little opportunity lost there. Same player, though. It's been holding players out to the storm, so Loon kind of just sneaks on by.
Should be all right.
Crypto's pushing forward now, trying to get a little bit more territory there.
Poach, probably one of my favorite players to watch in Fortnite.
Poach is a beast, man.
Yeah, he's so good.
Haven't seen much of him today, though. Probably just haven't, had things, quite click for him yet. He's already got himself an elimination, though. That's good.
Couple rough games,
He's listening, though. He hears that Stormwing overhead. And there it is. Shots being fired here. 2 planes going head-to-head at someone.
In the distance.
Yeah.
It's just in the distance, just causing mayhem.
I would hate to be that guy that's just trying to chill for the next zone. He is so
it's like,
isolated.
yo, man, I'm just in my 1x1. Leave me alone, brother.
Right, he's getting pinged down, dude. All right, Karos probably next up on the menu. Here it is.
It's like serving him on a silver platter.
That's right, dude. When you're in that little box out by yourself, man, this must look like easy.
No
pickings.
1x1 is safe from the Stormwing. It's like a trailer
Someone is
for a
risking
movie.
not building at all. This is so gutsy. You have the material for it.
Assault hears all this movement.
Yeah. Look, he's just using that natural tree cover, and there it is. The shots come in. That's why you don't want to expose yourself in a competitive game like that. Pretty risky. Maybe that's what he wanted, though. Maybe he wants to bait players out.
It seems like Pistola has no idea that Assault is below him.
I think maybe he's trying to get him to move to see if he can hear him out.
Okay, yeah.
He knows.
He knows. Just the way that he was playing was like as if he had just no idea, right? He was like looking around, just kind of poking around, see if he could find any targets, get that first critical point for himself.
Yeah.
In this game in match 4, and there's more Stormwing.
Oh no, poor Scented. If he gets hit right here, the Stormwing's probably going to take him out because the Stormwing does straight HP damage if it can connect to your body.
Oh.
And, whoa, he's really hurt now. Listerine looking to turn up on him. Easy pickings right there for him.
Yeah, but Listerine's going to be in a rough spot too, because you know that player, if you're in the Stormwing, you know that the player's going to be hanging out there, just got the elimination, was able to get the value out of that.
Man, he needs to start beaming down those air targets.
Yeah, at some point, you just got to shoot him down.
You just got to fight back. When you start fighting back, they realize, oh man, this guy, he means business. Let me get out of here. But if you don't fight back, they're going to keep picking on you.
That's what Shaky said earlier when we interviewed him.
Right.
I'm just not looking to play around with those Stormwings.
Yeah, you shoot at me, I'm coming back for you.
He needs control of this wall, but he's getting shot from the left side, and Pistola in a world of hurt here.
Yeah.
72 HP.
Picking off way more than he can chew there. That whole knoll building thing, he's got to cut it out because it keeps getting hit for it. One of these is going to really chunk him down and probably take him out. So we'll see if he learns from his reckless moves there. Assault still alive. Oh, Assault's got an RPG. That's probably why he's being targeted. Oh, Fulmer. You haven't got to see him today.
No, we haven't. We really did not talk a lot about Fulmer because there hasn't really been much to talk about. The #1 ranked player on the North American side has been in Struggle City today, Population 1. And very surprised with that. Look at that. You just get yourself the chug.
Fulmer hit 41 points in the qualifier. So you know he's got the potential to really take it all here. It's just, I don't know, man. Maybe he's saving his really crazy plays for final day, but is he going to make it a final day?
I haven't seen him popped up at all. He has 3 eliminations total.
You know why? He's got to grab the Infinity Blade.
No, he's got to grab a Stormwing.
You want to rank? Yeah, you know, get yourself some mobility, brother. All right, so Fulmer is kicking it right now.
The game is so different from when the qualifiers took place too, right?
Yeah, the evolution is real.
There is in Fortnite, and one of the reasons why I do enjoy covering this game is, I'll get to that in a second, because Poach just beams that player who's going to be sitting in that tower for a good amount of HP.
That's right.
That's going to be
Diggy.
Diggy.
Back. Oh, unfortunately, it is Diggy. Diggy had a really great last game. Now he's looking to disengage a little bit lower here, being a little too high. Okay, so now Clarity, so a little bit
Diggy's
of,
out.
yeah, there it is. Clarity catches him off guard from the side while he's trying to heal. He's probably going to make a push for those mats there. Poach is going to go for it because he needs the medium ammo. So, yep, looking to kind of get those spoils there. Clarity doesn't want to make it happen.
He saw him for a brief moment there as the brick was building. And
Poach
let's take a look at a
fight back,
replay.
though.
This was Clarity's perspective when he was able to get that pick onto
Such a
Diggy.
clean angle. Heavy AR from the side there. Does incredible damage.
And Clarity was just listening. He heard the shots hit, connect,
It's like
and,
a little,
and the shields.
little battle going on here. Poach and Clarity inching their way towards the gear, but it looks like Poach is going to go on and claim this. So Clarity, sorry. It's all Poach's now. And Poach didn't get much from it. I think he had like 24 bullets before that as far as mediums went. Now only at 39. So that was a desperate push.
Kind of rough. Psalm's still going to be
Psalm.
still going to be cooking in this game, folks. He has a lot of materials.
Psalm taking an interesting strategy here, playing super slow, but again, with this item, you can pretty much get to any zone that you want to get to, and that's why he's playing it this way. He's playing for the end game here to hopefully get himself a victory royale.
He's waiting to hear some movement. Fulmer and
get away from Fulmer, Psalm.
Yeah,
get away.
Have to know that he's here.
Yeah, there's so many builds here. If anyone makes a move towards Psalm, they're going to really
And remember, you're
going
to hear it too. You're going to hear the audio.
There it is. Psalm looking to break some builds here. He's trying to flush him out. Is Fulmer gone? I don't think so, but he's definitely not moving. He's not trying to make a sound here. He does not want to catch the attention of Psalm. He's holding
it's
still.
It's like a horror game at this point.
Yeah. Look. He's just picking his way through the builds. Are you here?
Hello. Come out to play.
He's knocking on doors.
This is the Shining Fortnite edition.
Yeah, the crazy part is you also get 30% movement speed, so there's no way Fulmer is going to outrun this man.
No, he's not.
Yeah, I think he's long gone now. There it is, the map kind of clearing out. He probably padded on out there or snuck on out. Maybe using a grappler or something like that, but he is long gone. There it is. We talk about easy rotations. Check it out. Psalm cross-tracking here, taking builds with him just because he can.
Causes so much carnage.
He can, dude. And no one's gonna peek him, right? No one's gonna peek him. It's just look at this.
He's destroying everything.
Oh, what's that? Metal? You farm that? Bye-bye.
You like your metal here? You got some more brick? Oh, that's cute.
It's crazy because he's creating more problems for the other guys around him, right? Like he's forcing these other dudes to change elevation and battle each other, basically.
And everyone here knows that an Infinity Blade is in play.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going on. They hear the destruction. They feel it in the builds. All right, so now jumping at Uzi with 3 eliminations. So far, we have a 5-way tie for players with max elims. This round is going to be 3. Psalm obviously in the lead here as far as shield and positioning goes. But Pistol and Uzi also up there with 3. Still in play.
Good to see Uzi still cooking in this game as well, folks. I mean, he's been at this for such a long time. He's kind of known for playing with Excels, but I think he wants to shine in the solos.
Gotta get your name up there.
And here's a replay from Poach, who finds a player exposed and just goes right for him.
Poach, savage, taking the quick opportunity of that player leaving a pre-structured open.
Oh, this is rough.
Psalm now with 4 eliminations. He probably found himself another one on the way here. He's going to be diving into all these battles.
Landjock just took out Poach in the feed.
He's just breaking it up, though. He's not even really fighting players. Oh, this player's going to get it.
Oh, poor
there
thing.
It is.
Oh, that
That's
was
all
Predator.
him.
No, you're not the Predator, bud. He is. Psalm is a Predator. Another one's going to be right in front of him. Some defense coming through here, but what are you going to be able to do when you're just cutting through the structures and Uzi falls to the Infinity Blade?
There it is. See, he's looking to break the structures that are connecting these high ground players so he can pick up more elims, too, from the fall damage.
Gonna get another one here. He's gonna be trapped inside of the storm, though.
Doesn't matter. He can jump anywhere he needs to be right now.
Gets
he
another elimination.
Else.
He's on a killing spree. Oh, my word. He has picked up 8 eliminations, 10 eliminations. It doesn't matter anymore. This is Psalm's world, and we're just merely living in it.
Oh, the guy fell.
That's
They're all
number
just
11.
falling.
Because he's creating so much carnage. He's creating so much carnage. He got another one, Bizzle. The Infinity Blade is too good. It's so powerful.
He is jumping on every single player here, connecting. Does he need to build?
Finally.
Doesn't even matter.
Finally, the carnage concludes.
Psalm gets taken out only when 6 players decide to fire at him. And RPG was going to be his demise there. What a play. 12 elims for Psalm. Absolutely madness.
Well, I think now everyone can kind of recollect themselves, but so many players were picked off here. Now Landjock. Recent pickup for the Evil Cake Army.
Landjock looking to hold him out there for a second, but he's got to make a play here. You need this elim.
He needs the elimination so he can get the 50 HP. Player's going to be right below him.
He doesn't hear him. Lucky him. If that player had a hand cannon, he could have brought him down. He's just trying to get ahead of the storm.
He's not going to be able to pop off with that.
No way.
He's not going to be able to top off with the potion.
Oh, and it's Ghoul pressuring him. Ghoul's a beast. Oh, Landjock doesn't care. Wins the engagement.
He had no HP there. He had nothing.
Connects. Here it is. Now 1 elim shy of getting another point.
We've had so many players go into that 7-point territory, 7 elimination territory, I should say.
Trading out 10 HP from the Storm to get the shield off is the way to go there.
4 players remain. Chenzo, Landjock, Prodigy Aces, and Kyle. Landjock's going to be low, finds a player in front of him, and Chenzo won't be long for the lobby as he's sent right back into it. Landjock, he's kind of surfing low. He's staying low, waiting for anyone.
Opportunity. Here we go. 1v1. Grapple play to the top.
Last player's going to be right below. Landjock dives on him, and Landjock is going to get the elimination, and that will be the victory royale. And 8 eliminations for Landjock. That puts him right back up to the top.
He had nothing. He had 4 elims, suddenly turns things around. With every elimination, got the materials he needed, suddenly found himself the grapple.
Dude, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just 2 shots?
Landjock, you're a monster.
Savage.
Okay, you are a monster. He may be named Monster, but you're actually a creature in this game. It is, wow. Very well done there from Landjock. He had nothing to work with. That one elimination he was able to get onto Bizzle.
Bizzle was the game changer. Yeah, that was the catalyst to success at the end there. Going from 11 HP to 61, then the shield goes off.
Well, let's look at the final moments of match number 4. And boy, oh boy.
Just pay attention to that mythic sword being hopped around. Yeah, Psalm is just crushing down the opponents at this endgame here.
Oh, he was cutting through everybody.
I'm sure you guys heard the excitement. It was insane. This guy was just crazy. That was a highlight right there.
There was so much damage done with the Infinity Blade. And then at the end of it, Landjock, look at him, look how little HP he had. Gets the elimination onto Bizzle, and then from there was able to find another player who just happened to pop up right next to him. That was Chenzo.
Chenzo just didn't see him lurking in the shadows there, and that was what really put him in an HP bracket to contest this high ground.
And because of that plus 50, here he is. Goes right for the fight again. and had him as Kyle fell to the ground. Landjock was flying from above, and that secured him
Connects
a victory
with a
royale.
110 to the body, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's one that when it connects, you're like,
Yeah,
you know?
it feels good. That legendary
Feels
pump
nice.
shot.
Feels so nice. What a game this has been. What a day this has been. Well, let's look at the standings and see who has been able to move up a couple places here. And Landjock up from 32 places up to the top 4.
That's a big jump, and that just shows you what happens when you pretty much win a game and or drop players in the process. He's going to rank his way up, way to the top. And Psalm turned it around. We saw him just kind of hovering at 4 points for quite some time. Early game winner. Goes all the way up to number 1 as well.
Kyle jumped up a lot of spots as well, plus 79.
Jeez, that must have been a monster game for Kyle there. He made not only placement points at the end, I think he managed to secure at least 3 eliminations.
And Persecute, who we didn't really get to give a lot of love to, plus 47, another massive jump there. So a lot of these players coming alive at the tail end of Heat 1, the time where you need to do so. One more game remains.
Uzi moves up 50 ranks in placing.
Yeah.
So you got to get these points, guys. If you want to hit that top 50 so you can make it to tomorrow.
Who's in the bubble?
Man,
I want to know who's in the bubble.
Fortunately, players like Zayt just hovering at 48.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
dangerous
get
territory.
something.
That's dangerous. Exer as well. Takata jumped up 50. So plus 50, not bad at all. But that was match 4. We're getting ready for match 5 in just a little bit. The Infinity Blade once again being a factor. Psalm not able to get the victory royale with it. So no victory royales with the Infinity Blade.
You got to give kudos to Knees kind of showing like, hey, listen. You got this in the end game. Look what can be done. Psalm's like, yeah, you know what? And even you saw Zextra early on. They all contested for it. They fought for it. He made it all the way to the end with it.
It was a lot. There was a lot of distraction that was provided there from the Infinity Blade. And wow, just what a conclusion to match 4. But now as we get ready for match 5, similar to what we did before when we spoke to Spectro, we actually got an opportunity to speak with Bizzle from Ghost Gaming to get his thoughts on this upcoming Winter Royale semifinals. Let's check it out.
My name is Tim Miller. People know me as Ghost Bizzle.
Good shot from Bizzle. Oh, it's Bizzle! Ghost Bizzle!
And I've been playing Fortnite since Season 3.
You can take Cody for a walk?
Yeah. My family calls me Bizzle now. My friends will call me Bizzle. It's weird adjusting to, but I don't mind it. I've always had a competitive nature to myself. Playing soccer through high school, I played badminton too. I think that's what drives me to always try to be the best I can. I've been playing video games my whole life, but never had the experience that I had with Fortnite. The one moment that probably made it insane for me, I had like a sick squad wipe. It was like 1v4. It was a really satisfying moment, and I fell in love with it.
Oh, I'm bummed, boy. I am so sorry. You just got wrecked.
If Fortnite wasn't on my radar, I would probably still be studying for my cybersecurity major. But now it's full-time Fortnite, and it's what I'm committed to do. My practice routine, waking up around 2 or 3, doing aim practice, trying to warm up my hand, then jumping right in the playground, getting all the builds set, and then scrimming for 6 to 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. It adds up pretty fast.
Oh!
But if you want to be the best, you have to put your time in.
Bizzle, Bizzle, Bizzle with the victory.
One cool thing with my practice routine is I'm ending my day right as my dad is starting his day. I'll always say good morning, and he'll always say good night to me. I've been overwhelmed by my family's support. My mom and dad, obviously, probably my biggest supporters out there.
Unbelievable performance from Ghost Bizzle.
Coming out of PAX West with over $200,000 earned was pretty crazy. My whole family sent me videos of them screaming. It's always cool to see those videos. Going into the Season 7 release, I have a lot of learning to do. There are a lot of new items in the game. Obviously aircrafts and abilities you can use that no one's seen in any competitive game. That's what I love about Fortnite. All the constant new meta changes. The uniqueness of Fortnite is why I play.
Always good to hear from a fellow New Yorker there. And Ghost Bizzle, this guy, he's had such a journey in competitive Fortnite to this point, and so far has been doing all right. I think what's been so incredible hearing from all these players and learning more about them, what it means for all of these guys,
I almost
right?
cried, dude. It was the family,
The music.
pretty
It was the
awesome.
music that
Probably
caught
the music.
me.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah, honestly, dude, you see the grind.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about warm up, more warm up, and then grind, scrim grinding. It's not an easy. Sorry, very hard.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. Yeah, exactly. Very hard schedule to keep up with. Mentally, he's doing this for 7 days.
And then you have a game that is ever evolving as well, right? And because of that, you need to evolve as a player. You need to incorporate new things into your techniques, into whatever it is that you are looking to accomplish. You just cannot be that same player from Season 3.
You cannot.
Because Season 7 and Season 3 is so different.
Yeah, we see players struggle, and we see players like really stride. So every season, you just have these new waves of players. This is just where the game connects for them. And it looks like we're jumping into match 5.
This is it. For a lot of players, your last opportunity to get into the top 50. A lot of players have already, I would say, comfortably netted themselves a spot in the finals, but there's still so much.
There's a lot of
left.
players in that 1 to 2 point bracket, which if we just go according to like EU point standings, you got to get yourself like closer to 2, 1 plus, because it's going to come down to the wire here for some players. And there's a lot of faves just kind of chilling that 0 elim bracket. You want to make it to finals.
Oh boy.
This is a hot bus for Polar Peak coming straight out that side, and there are even more players following trend and suit from the previous game. They are hovering on Polar Peak right now.
Go for it. Just go for Polar Peak. No reason for you not to, right? I mean, it makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense, yes, absolutely, to get that, the buff of the Infinity Blade. Zexro pulling the trigger too soon again.
Oh, Zexro is going to be in a really bad spot here, people. He only has 7 HP remaining. This is not looking good.
I think he's trying to pull like an early pull there while other players are around him. He's kind of clapping. I think he realizes, the end is near.
Touche, everyone. Touche.
Over here. So, no, but he might have an opportunity. We'll see.
Yeah, he
no,
doesn't.
there it is. I think Tig catches him in the back here.
Yeah, that was a wrap on that. We saw what he was able to do with the Infinity Blade.
Yeah, he's probably definitely comfortable with it, knows when it's going to be very strong.
Probably, definitely, indeed.
Probably, definitely, really comfortable, like 99%, 100% sure.
I know, it was like 98.3, I think, is where it's at, especially in those high-octane last moments in those final few circles.
Ooh, Craig trying to hold out Tig from it, but Tig has a legendary RPG. He's going in all the way for it to double grapple play. This Yink only has one weapon.
Ambitious, but Yink is going to be eliminated. And that was going to come from, was that
Tig, pretty much with that grapple play, gets right up in his face, connects all of his shots. Here's Solemn. Solemn getting his loadout. He's probably the most kitted here as far as like full complete loadouts go.
And
yeah,
another thing
making
too,
the final push for this. He probably should have committed there. He had all that metal.
And I also like
missing
that he
out.
grabbed all the weapons he could possibly find, because if he, let's say, runs out of ammo or of one, or the clip runs out on that round, he can then just
you
switch
wanna
to another
swap
weapon, so that this way he can continue to put pressure and not allow any player to be able to pick that up. That was white damage as well, so Psalm knows that a player is going to be hurting down low.
Yeah, if Tig can't grab the Infinity Blade, it's probably going to be over for him. And it looks like Scented and Psalm just have this agreement, like, there's no way we're going to let you get to that. And Scented has a hand cannon, so hand cannon is great for punching through early builds. Can't let him heal up, or he's going to have an opportunity.
And Psalm looked like he was actually diving into that fight there.
Look at Ninja.
And he gets the elimination onto Tig.
He does get Tig. Speaking about kill feed there, Aiden catches a little win, but now it's Ninja whose pressure is on him. He's going to get tagged through the turbo build there. Tries to make the quick edit. Very nicely done there.
That was white damage. That was white damage.
What a connection.
Well done. Onto Crypto.
Bye-bye, Crypto. And I think it was because Crypto got a little bit distracted from behind him, and Ninja just took that small opportunity. Makes it happen. Here's the replay from Aiden. Clean one pump on Assault.
One pump, no problem.
Oh no, Diggy, is he going to be able to make this shot here?
Diggy, what do you got for me, bud?
Is that a kneecap? Just blows him out. Ragu.
Right in the knees.
Oh, does Aiden get another one? Dude, Aiden connected with the hand cannon today.
Aiden, just this young man is so impressive.
Nice little replay package right there. Look at that loadout, completely maxed out. Heals for the road and a point on the board already.
I watched Aiden's stream when he was doing his qualifications, and
he makes it look so easy.
You know, as a controller player, I can't.
The word is impressive. He is so impressive with the sticks.
Godlike, even.
Yeah, he's really good.
Just to have that kind of control. I mean, I've been playing console gaming for years and across a variety of titles, and I just have never seen a player just with such a firm control, firm demand.
Here's a fun fact. First balloon we've seen.
Yes.
Surprisingly, too.
And yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked about that, because the balloons
are great right now.
Yeah, they give you a lot. It's like what you said earlier, like a mini like jetpack almost, right? You can kind of pop the balloon and it'll keep you from taking some fall damage.
Looks like Psalm has let loose with the Infinity Blade. He is free, roaming the map right now, just letting his HP build over time.
I wonder what happened to Center then, because he was the other player contending for the Infinity Blade, unless
I don't think he pushed. Because
yeah. Well, because he only had one elimination, and that was on Tig.
Yeah, Psalm picked up Tig, and then just kind of probably just had free reign over the
And he
the
did, in fact,
Blade.
disengage.
Yeah, Center can't. You don't want to take on
You lose it, just run away, man.
You've already seen what happens in a 1v1 versus that thing. So, yeah, Psalm's probably really happy right now.
And getting it again.
Yeah, getting it back to back.
Oh,
here.
the nades.
Pretty happy.
The nades starting to come in
that's
hot
gonna
there.
Connect on Elon there.
Elon Musk could not
Well, it was
hop into
Ninja.
that electric car and get out of
There's
there.
actually Ninja chucking these Hail Marys. Going to catch Elon there. That's going to give Ninja... He had like 25 shield before. It's probably going to cap him off. And here's Bizzle.
And Bizzle, we saw from him earlier, and what this event means to him, the preparation that he puts into it.
Yeah,
that's going to give him his first elimination.
Known for holding down the divot. If you come here, you're going to come across this Titan right here. This was really good. And there it is. Hand cannon pressure over top, so he knows he's got a counter pressure. That's exactly what he's doing with no fear.
Oh, look at that beauty that dropped out. A Chug Jug.
That was a Chug Jug, but it's Ipon who I think secures that one, unfortunately. Now Bizzle's left to run here. He probably needs to load up his weapons. That's why he's going for the super hard build off here. Not looking to switch over
7
to the
HP in a dream.
SMG, but yes, he is very hurt.
Gonna need to use those minis.
So opting in to use the minis first because you can get that quick heal off, and in case things get like really sticky for you, now he's gonna try and pull off the hard to pull Chug Jug, which is 15 full seconds. So Ipon.
If he gets this off,
he's got to be at the tail end. It's probably gonna complete any
and
second
Ipon
now.
disengages.
Yeah, lucky Bizzle, man, just squeaks out of there. But because he lands his shot, he puts the counter pressure up on Ipon. There it is. Bizzle's back in the game, like he never left.
Didn't get the elimination, but got the Chug Jug.
Yep, and there's Ninja sitting at max shield and HP now because he did manage to get some elims here. T-Rose is not in a good spot to be battling right here.
And Jacob actually throwing shots down by Ninja's direction. So Ninja Doesn't want to really expose himself there.
I like what Ninja's doing here, opting in to come down to the natural cover here, so that way, you know, that third party isn't skeptical getting shot up there anymore. And some good nades here. If he doubles up on the nades, they can fall through, so he's dictating the pressure and which way this player has to move in. One gets
it went in
inside.
the door.
Nice ramp play there. Oh, hits himself.
You hate to see that one, folks.
There it is. He knows. He heard the pop happen there, but he doesn't track Ninja very well. Ninja misses a shot.
Oh, Ninja went through. He went through.
Oh, gosh. Quick edits here. Instead of going for the edit, he decides to break his ramp.
Can't lose this. Can't lose this wall. This is it. The last match here. Ninja, if he gets this elimination, will get a point.
He has so many materials. You just got to use them, man. There it is. Nice maneuvering from Ninja. Manages to put himself in a better position. T-Rose.
T-Rose is hungry.
Oh, he's going to get beaten probably by a heavy AR.
No, Jacob got him from the distance there, and he'll gladly take the loot, but won't get the elimination that gives him a point.
Yeah, Jacob doesn't even come down from there. He's just like looking in and finds opportunity. Patience pays off. Here's Bizzle in another weird situation.
Ziff took out Myth, off screen, but on board with Bizzle. Player right below him. That's going to be Ipon in that fight again.
It looks like we have Dogfies just on the outskirts here, looking at all this that's going on as well.
Wonder when he's going to opt to try and third-party this fight.
Yeah, Bizzle doesn't want to give up the grounds. You know, deciding to hold high ground here. He has plenty of time on the storm, so no pressure yet.
We're also looking at a potential retail row finale. Given how the circle is played out. Got some good terrain over there.
Yeah, so it looks like Tig was eliminated, who had 4 eliminations.
This is rough.
Leading the game here, and Bizzle's going to get beamed down by Pon again. Pon just playing a smart, patient game here. I think this time around, he knows he's got Bizzle's back against the wall, so he's going to go all the way, full force here.
He's waiting so he can get the shields off. And he does so.
I mean, this is it. Bizzle's out of heals now.
He controls the wall, but he doesn't have the angle.
He's trying to get a little taunt to see if he can bait him in. I like what Pon does here. He takes a little bit of high ground, but Bizzle's smart enough to switch over to the roof there. And there it is. He's trying to counter pressure multiple walls here, and that's actually a nice strategy there.
Oh, that was a nice edit out of there. He knew that the player was so preoccupied with hacking away at the roof that he could get him exposed. So he edited out so quickly and got the angle and chunked him for a decent amount of damage. Now it's going to be advantage for Bizzle. Ipon.
Oh, nice trap play. Oh, he double.
Beautifully executed. Ipon got a little too ambitious, and he hits him with the shimmy as well as the elimination.
I love how Bizzle recognized there was a problem. What happened was Pon was aiming at the wall. You can actually hit the roof panels there. Here's the Myth Def.
Oh, Ziff.
Yeah, it's taken out there from this perspective. Here's Ziff's perspective now. Hand cannon just beast getting in those builds.
And look at that. He timed that hand cannon in such a way that he destroyed the wall instantly
and pushed
then
right
pushed
in by
in.
surprise.
So
yeah.
even if he was able to throw down the wall, I don't think that there was any world where he had
mattered.
the timing to be able to throw down the wall quickly enough.
Wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, here's Bizzle, showcasing why he's one of the greats.
That was a beautiful fight, too, from both of them, from Ipon and from Bizzle, because it had everything.
Ipon had the advantage.
But then Bizzle had the advantage.
We seen last time from Ghost Camo, who, when his back's against the wall, you gotta hit the counter edit. That's how you throw your enemy off, and he chunked them.
And credit for Ipon as well, because you know that Bizzle's going to come down here.
Yeah.
You know that he's going to live in the divot.
He knew what he was coming for. And here's Ninja going in with the hunting rifle shot there.
He just needs one more.
Connect. Ninja also having balloons in the inventory. Now opting to kind of peek around here, using the cone to just edit and look through. Nifty strategy there. Making edits to see through the wall here. He's just trying to get as much information as possible. Poach, another one who just needs one elim to get a point here. Being held up by Painful. But I think they're safe. Probably not, though. It looks like everyone's kind of on a rotation path right now.
Vivid's going to be in this battle with Clarity. Clarity's going to have the high ground presently, but Vivid looking to establish the high ground on his own, which he does so. Clarity disengaging, going low, and here comes the Stormwing from Wiggs, a console player looking to throw everything for a loop here.
Wait a second. If he just went parachuting across. That means he has no HP. And here it is, a trap play, barely dodges.
Oh, this is not good.
Oh, he's at the mercy of Vivid at the moment. Vivid is making quick edits.
16 HP left for Vivid. Vivid trying to stay alive here. He has a med kit. He's going to have the shield.
Nice trap. Is he going to get it?
That is it. Vivid is out of here.
Clarity so clean with the trap right there. Really pushing back Vivid. Realizing he made a big mistake. Vivid almost catches him, but not enough.
It's just the Wiggs Stormwing.
Yeah, Wiggs' like entire aircraft just like got shattered there, and
that was the worst possible third party for Vivid.
Definitely,
because it wasn't even like it didn't result in anything for Wiggs. It was just like, oh, let me come here and ruin your day. Bye.
Boom. And you know, although Vivid did have advantage, he had the high ground. He managed to keep it too on the counter pressure.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, 72 hours now. He's still in the running, but he has no eliminations right now. He's, I believe, within the top 50.
What is he doing? Okay, so he's in a storm right here. He's going to try and get as much XP and then jump into the rift here, which is interesting to know, an infinite rift. So it's always here for all players. It's just one of those things that you can always kind of rely on, and that's why 72 hours like playing the Wailing Woods here.
He also has that med kit, so when he gets free,
and now we have Wiggs, who is on controller versus Bizzle.
Oh, Bizzle took damage, and Wiggs, Bizzle knows that he is going to be in pain. Because of that, he's going to apply the pressure. Wiggs is going to have to play as much defense as he possibly can here.
Wiggs losing HP and shield now, so Bizzle just gaining much more confidence to continue this push here.
A lot of intelligence, a lot of knowledge that Bizzle has on how to execute.
Wiggs has got to try and trick him out and just keep moving. He can't stay stationary.
Oh, and painful.
Storm painful from the backside with one shot. Puts him right down. I'm interested to see if that was like a sniper or something like that.
Yeah.
That was from very far away.
The distance. And Bizzle, I'm sure he would have loved to have been able to get that.
You don't even see like Painful's name here. Yeah, look how far it was. It was a heavy sniper. He's sitting super high in the build here.
Wow.
Clean shot. That must have been a tough shot right there.
Wiggs, our lone console player, has been going.
He's had a good run so far.
He's had
a great run so far.
Yeah, he's been going at it with a lot of these top-tier players, these top-tier PC players. This is exactly what the winner Royale is all about, just making a name for yourself.
Yeah, we say like true console too, because he actually plays on a console.
Plays on Xbox.
Where a lot of these guys are controllers on PC. Here's Psalm, still with the Infinity Blade, floating on in, looking for his next
Only
victim.
one elimination, though, but as the storm begins to collapse and the real estate starts to go away, that's when the Infinity Blade comes out to play.
That's right, and Psalm just taking his time in the air here until the next storm is being revealed, and now he knows exactly where it's at, so there goes a dive, looking to just get to it.
I don't know if it was intended, but that was actually kind of clever because
sweet.
He did the jump up and then was able to use it again coming off of the zip line.
Yeah, just one of those things. People have been opting to they want an action button for the zip line. The zip line can really throw you off at different times.
Yeah.
Being that if you just touch it, it'll take you. And there it is, Stormwing seeing fresh builds, trying to go for it, but he's not going to catch Psalm. Psalm's just going to chill here in his little 2x by
Spectro.
1. And Spectro's in the air.
He's had a rough heat, but he has 2 eliminations, 1 more elim, and he will net himself a point.
This is probably what he's been looking for all game long. This is his game to make a name for himself. We are in Heat-1, Match 5. And the amount of Stormwings every single game in the air has been crazy. I think it was only like game 2 was where everyone had enough of it, and ever since the Infinity Blade came out, and things just got really weird since then.
That is the greatest breakdown of the Heat. This happened, and then everything just got weird.
It just got crazy, dude. Here it is, 72 hours, looking like he had a rough landing because he now has no shield and is being contested by like 4 players.
He can get an elimination though, and it'll give him some shields.
That's exactly what he's looking for here. Nicely done for 72 to recognize the snipe shot coming from his right-hand side and missed all the chaos as well. Showing off his game sense here.
Poach, Bizzle, Innocence, 72 hours, a who's who of competitive Fortnite, all clashing against one another. Bizzle is going to be in a tough spot with not a lot of HP remaining. As 72 hours goes on the rotation, a player's going to be in that tower as well.
I mean, honestly, all of them are pretty much one pump / one headshot to an AR / body, and they're going down. So Bizzle,
that was
Poach,
a-
and
that was a
72
good
bad
wall there.
position. Let's see what's going to happen here. So Bizzle's got to make a move now, going for a really late rotation. 72 probably made the best move here, going early, and he's probably going to get held out here. So let's see. It's going to be a lot of materials being burnt here. Storm damage is not what Bizzle wants to take, but
He's got a lot of weapons, a lot of toys to play around with here.
yeah, that's 72 right there, beaming in at Innocence. Bizzle manages
Innocence
to
is
squeak his
out.
way.
Innocence is out of here.
And it's actually Monsiar who gets the hit right there, so that does not go to 72. 72 still shieldless at this point.
Where
in
is
the game.
Monster? Oh, there he is.
He's at
He's
that
low.
low ground, yeah.
Yeah.
And here comes the pressure. Oh,
Oh.
double explode. It's E11 Anthony. His loot now.
That's
That's
his.
it.
That's his Ford right there. He just went, destroyed everything, and rebuilt it. Bizzle. This is a tough spot for Bizzle.
Yeah, and Anthony just has a lot of control of the field right now. So he's probably going to drink the slurp juice for this rotation, pick up the shield, and keep it rolling. That's exactly what he does right there. Although he's at max HP, it's okay. He's just going to get out of here.
And this is Psalm with the Infinity Blade, number 2.
Psalm showing
number
off
3.
his sword skills there.
But look at the shots. The shots, they know, okay, shoot this dude.
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
take
He
him out.
squeaks away back into his little hiding hole where he's going to be able to heal up, take his time. Bizzle going all or
He has
nothing
no
right
resources.
now. Looks like he's going against E11 Anthony, who had 200. Yeah, it's over for that. Bye-bye, Bizzle.
Bizzle had no resources to be able to defend himself, to try and get into that. Even if he wanted to control that wall, he had nothing to throw down, only 5 wood. Now over to E11 Anthony.
Anthony representing for the E11 organization right here. So far, so good. Here's a highlight from Ninja. That's what I'm talking about. Ninja targeting those aircraft, being that he has the silent weapon. And no! It's Ninja who gets taken out by Snood here. For the second time, we saw him get clocked.
Production team's got no chill.
Production team is on one today, and here's Snood, the Ninja Destroyer here, chilling just above Dive. PSU has no HP as well, cannot put with the Storm. He has 30 players alive here.
A lot of bodies left. Not a lot of room to work with. So you're going to start to see that feed come up, name after name after name.
I like what Snood's doing here. He's deciding to burn the metal early because he has a boatload of metal just kind of waiting here for him. Goshan with the ultimate high ground on the map right now, but for this rotation to make, looks like Psalm manages to get himself an Elim, and he's fighting for another one here. RPG missed there.
Gotta do it again. He's
Gets
gonna have
himself in the
155.
build.
That's another elimination. That's 4
I guess the second time he's actually killed heroines, by the way.
heroines. Spin. Poor guy.
Mercy.
It's been rough. It's been rough. Mercy indeed. Mercy indeed. Lucky is going to be a victim of Snood. Snood now has 7 eliminations. He's looking to get another one. And keep in mind, folks.
He's on big bonus right now. Every single
Exactly.
elimination is going to be worth a full point here, but he's got a grappler. He's
trying to move
going.
around.
He doesn't care about getting shot. He makes it to the next zone.
That was it. Mission accomplished.
Oh, man, this thing is barely held up here.
Yeah. By a prayer. That's it.
Man, so though Psalm has the healing capability of the Infinity Blade, it takes time.
It takes a lot of time. It's
That's
1
why-
tick a second, and you have 400 till you get to that max, right?
Dude,
That's
this
just-
super late rotation from E11 Anthony is going to cost him
Snood
so
gets
much
8.
HP. And that is an Elim for Snood. That's a point on Clarity.
Snood with 8 eliminations. Now, every elim he gets after this will be an added point for this member of
Here's
Ghost.
Psalm. This is where he goes in for the the final moments. He is breaking through builds. He's got another 25 right there. Whites.
Oh, wait.
Where'd that player go? There he is. Oh, the Storm's going to take him. Here comes the rotation.
He's not going to have a lot of HP, though. It's actually,
he's looking
it's
to gain some HP.
It's manageable here. If you focus on Psalm, you can take him out. He's going to go back out to the Storm again. He's still getting chunk of some damage. He's going to find another player right in front of him. 75,
He needs
75.
one more connect.
Oh, but
This
he's
is
going to
it.
get trapped
Can he hit it?
outside.
Oh, he's going to bounce right out. Still on the hunt here. This player has nothing. That's one.
These guys are just
That's
trying to
2.
run away from the sword, and it's going to be Symphony and Frosty that will fall victim to the Infinity Blade.
He is now tanking again. His HP pool bracket just getting healed up. Misses an opportunity there.
Because for every elim he gets, he's
back performances.
also going to get the benefit of the plus 50.
Creating absolute destruction down here. Here's the next player is going to get hit for 75. Eclipse is like, you know what? I got to move up.
I'm done.
This guy's insane.
I can't deal with this.
There it is.
Crap will say
Look,
anything.
he's just bouncing back and forth. These guys don't know how to react. There it is. High grounds to play. No, it's not. Not anymore. That gets broken as well. Start shooting.
Let's see if Eclipse can get this elimination. He's going to be trapped out, and he will go down to Sean.
Mitro gets taken out as well by Vix. Saw him just putting in work.
Oh, wow. And there's going to be 4 players left alive now as we go over to Psalm, who has the Infinity Blade.
Taking players right out the high ground with the dashes here. And it looks like he's getting targeted by multiple players.
Oh!
Does not connect. It's Vix who puts him down here.
3 players now, Famhood, Vix, and Scented, who Scented earlier on disengaged from that Infinity Blade battle.
Smart move. Famhood with 1 HP down in the lowest level. I think he probably gets taken out by the storm here. Something happened. It's Famhood that
That's
gets...
a point.
There it is. He actually now just gets eliminated.
Now, if he gets a victory royale, that's 2 points. Critical points he's going to need here, but the pressure's going to be coming from down low.
This is a big moment for Scented. He cannot choke. We've already seen players lose this high ground battle.
You can only imagine that he is just shaking in anticipation. So is Vix, who's low.
Vix has managed to connect. He's got more HP pool right here. Ooh, that's only 18. He needs more than that. Going in for the dive. It's all or nothing.
Take so much damage from that one. 39 HP. He's going to establish a high ground yet again now.
He needs to use minis here. They're faster to pop. There it is. Okay, option to take the mini now. He's got to make the one quick edit and go for the win right now. This is it. This is his moment. That's a
59.
shot.
And the victory royale for Vix.
Talk about choking those high ground holds to laugh. A little bit of BM comes out of Vix there at the end.
But hey, he gets a point for that. Scented gets 1 point. I don't know how that's going to play for the rest of the pool of the 50 players, but still, that is nice. That is good.
And let's talk
Something
about
that he can hang his head
Psalm's
for.
7 eliminations, turning up in the end game there. Just shredding players, creating absolute chaos in the lowest level of the grounds there.
And not once, but twice. He did it in game 4, and he did it again.
And he
in
was
game 5.
he was almost overthrown a few times. So it wasn't like he had an easy kind of like breezer. Like he was fighting for it.
Yeah, it was not easy for the Infinity Blade player Psalm, but he gets so much value out of it. Let's look at the final moments for that game, our last one of the Heat, and just the carnage and so many players that were standing for the 7th, 8th, and 9th circle.
Yeah, you see it right there. There's a war going on in all layers of the map here. Mitro
too.
barely pulling off the mech hit there. Just saw him in the low ground, just destroying players, getting his HP back up. And people just didn't know what to do. They were just trying to build for their dear lives.
Yeah.
He was breaking down everything.
You see him just jumping up and down, up and down. Finally, Famhood, that was a rough one. He had no HP to work with there. And then it was Vix versus Scented. Scented disengaged from that Infinity Blade fight earlier in this one, and Vix goes right back around. He's looking for him. He's trying to find him, trying to apply the pressure. He saw where he was.
See, this should have been his moment to win right there when he catches that cheeky shot from the side. But he just kind of chokes out right here, not connecting. And it's Vix who lands a shot.
And it's because he was able to pop up. There were those platforms there, and he had that, I wouldn't say upper hand because he had the high ground, but he had the element of surprise as he jumped out from cover and then just caught Scented right in the face. But what a conclusion to that game. That was madness. I just have to collect myself, and the good news is we're going to take a breather. We're going to send it over to Sundown, who has some of his favorite plays from the half.
That's right, Golden Boy. I am beyond excited. Those last 2 games were absolutely incredible. And one person I want to talk about with is that Infinity Blade wielder Psalm you talked about. So the first 3 games, we saw that the blade went completely uncontested. Nice had no issue getting over there. However, in game 4, this was not the case. Psalm made sure he was over there, made sure he was going to contest putting down shots. You are not allowed to pick up that weapon if he's nearby. You saw Zexor contesting. And in fact, here you see Psalm fighting against the Infinity Blade. So we talked about how hard it is early. perfectly, but Psalm showed exactly how you fight against that slash. You stay just outside of the range. You're making sure you're putting down a high rate of fire weapon like a tactical or like an SMG. And a big thing Psalm is doing here is just clearing out buildings. He's actively not targeting players here, but he's knocking them down from the high ground, being like, you have to come and play on my level. We are going to play this hack and slash game. I fought really hard for this weapon in the early game, and I'm going to utilize it in the late game. So what he's doing now is setting up for the rampage that he goes on later. And here it is. See how quickly he turns those 3 elims into what ends up being a 12 elim match. That was number 5 picking it up. And these are all players. Notice, not a single one of them is shooting back. The builds are not going to save you in this circumstance. Every single instance where we've seen an Infinity Blade user go down has been somebody else firing back against them, taking those fights. You have to be able to stay just outside of that slash range, and this is an incredible 30 seconds coming out from Psalm, going right up to the high ground and dropping down, catching all of these players with the late rotations, and this is just absolutely nuts. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right away. This is everyone on that near side of the circle, unable to get out of the bottom row, and this is what happens when he knocks them all down earlier. He was intentionally making sure that he went through and got those high ground buildings down so he had to fight on his level. However, not able to close out the victory royale both in match 4 and in match 5, showing that it's not a guaranteed victory and it can be outplayed in certain circumstances. Match 5, we're going to talk about somebody you might have just caught at the end, but consistently makes it into the mid and late game and then can make players pay. That's a Ghost Snood. He played absolutely incredible and out of his mind throughout this match. And you see how aggressively he's dropping down into that 1x1. Utilizing the hand cannon, getting the drop on Spectro right there. And you see he is no stranger to these turtle fights whatsoever. Editing out and catching Feinberg on the rotation, and then boom, immediately dropping shots down. Chaining together those 2 elims like it's nothing, and he's still going forward. He is utilizing that grappler to be able to close the gap, and he picks up the 8th elim for the big bonus, and that was an incredible performance coming out of him. Both match 4 and 5, just huge performances from some names we've seen before in Psalm and Snood. Just, I couldn't have been happier, and just back to the desk. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you so much, brother. All right. Well, yeah, in Psalm, he has more than locked in his spots.
Yeah.
And what was once the land of Nice is now the home of Psalm.
The home of Psalm.
It's
that
his.
Indeed. The amount of points he's pulling off in these end games with the elims for back-to-back performances, that was crazy. Let's see how we're going to go ahead and stand.
Yeah, let's look at the standings. Who will be moving on to tomorrow? So no surprise, it's Psalm at 17 points. Nice with 8. That one big Infinity Blade game from him.
This has got to influence like HEAT-2, tomorrow's performance. Like you can see what can be done. I wonder how players are going to go back to the drawing board here.
Metro moves on, Zextro moves on, Aiden, Famhood, Snood, Symphony.
Yeah, Vivid up there. And moving on to his next page, Prodigy manages to pull through. Goshan moving up 23 ranks. Look at the 49 rank from Jacoby. 72 ranks. Placements moved up on Scented here. These are big performances. One game can really turn it around for you.
That game from Scented lasting at the end and the wise decision not to engage with the Infinity Blade. Well done, my friend. Well done. Anthony, because he had a very strong game 5, that gets him up to 26 places. Now he's in 36th place. Spectro will be in the hunt tomorrow as well. 72 hours. More names that you guys are very, very familiar with.
These guys are barely squeaking through here, and it's going to be a 50th place. Oh, look how close that was.
Uzi squeaks on by.
And unfortunately, only 1 point was the payout bracket.
Wow, and Bizzle was never able to get the point as well.
Oh, man.
And that hurts, but let's look at the tiebreaker there for 50-51. So Elon Musk Vivo TV, great name, and Takata, who had the 51st place. So
just comes
1
down
point,
to eliminations.
3 eliminations. That settles it.
Unfortunately, Takata wasn't able to get himself any eliminations, and that is why he's not going to make it through. It's going to be Elon who squeezes out 50th.
Not only the placements are important, and I mean
you can see their eliminations are a lot more heavy.
Exactly. So you want that aggression. But I was just informed that we got Psalm ready to go on the line. Psalm, you there, buddy?
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, player? How you feeling?
I guess I feel pretty good.
Okay, all right. Let's dive into this. You said, you just looked at it. You were like, okay, Nice is doing some damage with the Infinity Blade. Was it always a plan for you to go for the Infinity Blade, or did you see Nice do it and figured you might as well give it a try?
So after game one, I won game one, and then I knew I was pretty much set to qualify. And then I mean, I was playing it normally or that was my plan to play it normally. And then I saw Nice like in the kill feed over and over and over, and I see him top 2 with like 10 kills. I'm like, what's going on? And so I mean, I had to hot drop it twice, but everyone had the same idea, so I had to fight like 4 or 5 people off spawn.
Yeah, and then there was another thing where I think it was Aircool had actually picked up the Infinity Blade, and you were able to beat him with a blue tack. So I don't think anyone can ever say that the tack is not useful, because you clearly made good use of it. But it was a high damage output that you got out of the tack. Was that kind of your mindset, or you just saw the sword and just started spamming, hoping that you got it?
I actually think that if you play with the shotgun correctly, because if the sword can't damage through walls, so if you play with like a pump or something, you take a shot, you block their hit, and then you take a shot, and then you know, build a wall and block their hit. I think you can outplay the sword. I just don't think players are exposed enough to it yet.
Yeah.
And they'll learn how to punish it soon enough.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So the final question here, this is obviously a huge day for you. You're going to be moving on to the finals tomorrow, but also you put up insane eliminations, a lot of stats. It looks very pretty on paper, regardless of how it was acquired. So I guess I want to ask you about what this particular semifinal meant for you, right? Making a name for yourself, continuing to just climb the ladder of competitive Fortnite.
I guess a way to really publicize yourself is to use a new mechanic and dominate with it. So, I mean, that's one way to get your name out there. And after game one, I saw how, okay, I'm sorry, but it was kind of fun, guys. It was kind of fun.
Wait, and
so
are you playing in a LAN center, by the way?
I am. So I am a West Coast player, but I get like, you know, I high ping the East Coast. So I flew out to Virginia. I'm at the Cave Gaming Center, and I get like 20 ping here, so
wow,
it's good.
That's actually pretty awesome. Well, Sam, thank you so much, brother, for your time, man, and best of luck to you tomorrow. Congrats on the victory royale that you earned, by the way, and then you know the rest of the awesome stats that you were able to cook up after that. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, so kind of cool there, right? Like playing out of a LAN cafe in the middle of Virginia.
Dedication. Going all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. I think Myth kind of talked about doing that as well. Players are that dedicated to the Fortnite competitive scene. I mean, if that's what you got to do to make it, that's what you got to do. You see Bizzle putting up, you know, the hours, people putting out the travel time. This is what it takes to be pro Fortnite.
Yeah, awesome stuff there. And that is the conclusion of HEAT-1. Congratulations to Sam, who comes out on top. We'll see him tomorrow for the big money games. And that is going to do it for now. We have an hour break before HEAT-2. It's not over. We have another HEAT. There's going to be a little hour break beforehand, but we want to hear what you guys think. Use that hashtag Winter Royale on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you see fit. Let us know what you thought of HEAT number 1, Psalm's performance, Nice, Bizzles, Aiden,
it was crazy.
Wiggs, a lot of good players there, man. But this was crazy stuff. But that's going to do it for us right now. When we come back in an hour, we'll have HEAT number 2, and we're going to find out our final 50 for our finals tomorrow. We'll see you then.
You came, so stop acting lame. Everybody up, get on the floor. Come catch the feeling, run like you're stealing. Look around, now you got nothing to fear in. Take a second, catch your breath to see if it's safe and stop. We got some haters over here, we got some haters over there. We got us people in the middle, acting like we just don't care. Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Everybody here, get up. Get up. declare I'll be forced to erase that look on your face. I'm gonna get you out your seat, I swear. Come catch the feeling, run like you're stealing. Look around, now you got nothing to fear in. Take a second, catch your breath to see if it's safe and stop. We got some haters over here, we got some haters over there. We got us people in the middle acting like we just don't care. Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Everybody here, get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let me see you all get up. Everybody in the building, put your hands up. Let's go, y'all. All people, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Yeah, everybody here, get up. Hands up, hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up, get up.